I do aspire to be loved by the masses.
You are. And by the looks of it, we play with some buttons. I reckon we're on.
All right.
I reckon we are on, which is beautiful. That's what we want. Let us know in the comments, you dead set legends, if we are live. Of course we're live. I'll move the microphone away because, it is time. It is time. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are officially looking at the #1 tag team arm wrestling commentary champions of the world. Welcome to the Maximum Bang live stream. You got the ready bang. I am your host, the Aussie Armwrestler, and of course I am your 2019 Melbourne Cup 80 to 95 kilos left third place champion.
You got to start
the trophy in the arm wrestling world.
You got to start doing instead of the 4 for the 4 horsemen, you got to do the 3.
The 3. And of course, even though my tag team partner needs no introduction, of course, let me give him the red carpet treatment. He is the OG of live streams, and he is the man that also rang Neil Pickup and says, I don't want 1, I don't want 2, I want 24 matches at Arm Wars because I'm a hungry, greedy man. He is my partner in crime. It is Uncle John. Uncle, welcome, my man. Welcome.
How you doing, buddy?
Mate, it's just that time. 2022 is looking good for the arm wrestling world, and we seem pumped as we've got the main event happening, which all the events are starting. All the events in about an hour's time. I'm just turning up my microphone a little bit. Yeah, very, very excited. Very excited. How's the microphone going for me, everyone? Of course.
That was actually better. I noticed a significant increase in your volume, so that was good.
Yeah, turned it up on the program, and I've got it, as you can see, I've got it right next to me. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Well, it's mate. What do we call this? Like, we can't call it Christmas has come early because we're in January. We've got Australia Day in a few weeks here in Australia, over here. Mate, this is 12 months in the making. On a scale of 1 to maximum effort, how pumped are you for this?
Look, this is a good event for a lot of different reasons. I think the #1 reason is the main event, Lachlan versus Toddzilla. This match has got, the storyline to go with it, which you and I are deeply invested in the storylines in arm wrestling, and this has got a really good one. It also has quite a bit of potential effect and community effect to make people really decide about Ryan Bowens and RVJ, right? Whether it's warranted or not, this match will change some people's perspectives on that Ryan Bowens match, which I think adds a whole other layer because, this match is awesome by itself, but when you add that on top, chef's kiss. Whoa, delightful.
Ratatouille, if I've ever seen it. Let's quickly jump in. Clint PMK. And I don't know about you, Uncle John, but every time Clint PMK comes into the chat, I keep thinking his name is CM Punk. And he's come in.
Yeah.
Well, if you're the #1 tag team champions, then you've earned this shit. Ready, bang. We definitely are. And just quickly, and I will absolutely shameless plug it, Uncle John and I have a pro wrestling channel called The Hot Tag. Make sure you get in there and check it out. We have a couple of videos uploaded every week. Yeah, 2 guys that are just nerds together in so many ways. Thank you for everyone that is in the chat hanging out at the moment. Good to see some regulars. And good to see some newbies. People are still saying my audio is low, which is a very rare event. I'll have a play around here because everyone says I'm too bloody loud. So
on that, this is on my normal setting, and I'm hearing you fairly well. But let us know in the chat, guys. Also, just a quick once over since I made a video earlier today. If you guys are here and you're wondering how it's all going to work out tonight, there will be no video here. Obviously, this is a live commentary. That's what we do. We, of course, both have purchased the pay-per-view over on Ryan Bowens' channel. If you guys want to watch the pay-per-view live with us, all you have to do is go to Ryan Bowens' channel, click on, memberships?
Membership.
And then it gives you different options. It's the pay-per-view option. I think it's $4.99. It is a monthly subscription, but YouTube just allows you, like, if you just want to buy it, pay the $4.99, and then after the event, go and delete it, you can do that.
Yeah, and that is
you
fine.
Just pay for the whole month, basically, is how it works.
Yeah, we both spoke to Ryan not that long ago, and maybe 3 or 4 hours ago, they were up to quite a few pay-per-view buys. So I'm really happy that the arm wrestling community is getting behind it for $5, $6, $7. And I tell you what, if you're someone out there that's actually really struggling, you've got maybe half an hour before Uncle John and I get deep into it. Slide into my DMs and I'll PayPal you $7 to go and join it. I understand people aren't as fortunate as Uncle John and I, so I'm definitely happy to help when I can. But good to see when it's happening. A lot of people in there are asking, when is the event? So wherever you are around the world, if you are here in Australia, it starts at 1 p.m. Melbourne time. So 53 minutes from now. Of course, 53 minutes wherever you are in the world. It is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over in the States. And if you are in the land of the Mounties, Uncle John, what time does it start your time?
So for me, well, Canada has a wide range. So I'm Atlantic, so I'm almost as far east as you can possibly go. So for me, the event will start at 10 p.m., 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific.
I love that you have mountain time. That's so cool. I would just buy property just so I could tell people, oh yeah, give us a call on mountain time because I'm an absolute jet. Hey, speaking of, we copped a pro wrestling swerve. How good was it that just not that long ago, a 4th match was added? A 4th super match to today's event. Yeah. We've got Wayne Withers taking on Austin Jaggers. Have you heard much about any of these two compadres? I've heard a bit about Wayne Withers. Yeah. I'm not too much about Austin.
So, Wayne is proven to have had success against top guys. You know, he's got wins on Matt Mask. He's been hanging and banging with, a lot of definitely the top 20, top 10. I don't know exactly what he's ranked right now in North America, but it's got to be up there quite a bit. I would imagine close to top 10. Maybe somebody in the chat knows, but he's, super long arm, big top rolling type of guy. And I didn't know much about Jaggers at all, but he did come on the show last night with myself and Evan. And for him, he's a real cool guy, really super cool, funny guy. And he's like, my buddy got me booked into this match 2 days ago. So he's practiced 3-4 days ago, right? They have this opportunity to do the match. He's like, yeah, I'll take the match. And so I think he knows he's going in as an underdog. This isn't the way he would have done it, but the dude is strong. There's no doubt about that. So, and I think he has a significantly different style than Wayne. So if he can get hit, get him pulled in, might see some fireworks.
Oh, I love it. Of course, initially I'm going to tip Wayne. I've seen more of Wayne Withers at WW. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it there, but I've seen many of fights, whether it's arm wrestling, boxing, mixed martial arts. I've seen many of people take matches at late notice, and because someone has been, I've been training so hard to pull Uncle John, and then suddenly Ryan Bowens takes a match 2 days later, and that stuffs up my training, and then I get beat. I've seen it many a times. So I like the way Austin goes about it. I saw little bits and pieces. I was trying to, romance Mrs. Aussie Armwrestler, so she could have, don't get too upset when I spend hours in here commentating this event. But how long did that stream with Evan go for? Because at once, did he just leave the stream on by accident, or did you guys go for the 9 hours?
Oh, so what happened was it was Evan's first time doing it on his channel, right? So I walked him through the steps, but it's like his internet is barely strong enough to hold it all together. Oh. And something happened it was at the very end. We were just about to finish the stream anyways, and his whole system shut down. And he was able to get back in, but then we just told him to end it on Zoom, but then he couldn't end it on YouTube. So I think it just ran all night, but there was no picture. There was no, there was nothing. It was only a couple hours long, maybe.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, give us your tip. Who's winning, Wayne Withers or Austin Jaggers? And Evan, when you jump in and watch this whenever, can you do me a favor, Evan? And can you stop streaming from here? Get your whole body in there. Get the Ottawa's High Hooker shirt in there. But every time I turn on, it's like, I'm gonna whip schoolboy. I'm gonna, get me a dart, get me a beer. It's like, we want to see you, Evan. Pop up here. No. I love Evan. He is a rock star. He's a rock star. Also, when you get your tips in, let Uncle John and I know from where around the world you are. That's one of my favorite things. It's a nerd, statistician, analytics thing that I love. And plus, I love it that I'm just hanging out with a dude that's not on Mountain Time. So that lowers him in my eyes. But he's on. But a dude from the other side of the world. And I get to hang out with everyone here. We got 94 legends in the chat. Of course, before we get Uncle John's tip for the first match, please, if you haven't already, go support Uncle John, the OG of the lives. The man just does awesome things. He also has a membership button like I do. So if you have a spare few bucks, join. You can be one of Uncle John's maniacs, or you can be a ready banger. Either way. But I've got a lot of awesome people jumping in the chat. People are jumping in saying, did Todd win yet? No, the matches start in 47 minutes. Who have you got in the opening bout?
We got 100. We got over 100 people in here now, by the way. 37 thumbs up. We got to get the thumbs up. You know why? Because we are going to beat Ryan Bowen. I better check in with Ryan Bowen, because we got to see where Ryan is. I'll probably have to lie about the numbers. Oh, he's not even on yet. Nah. See how much more value we're giving? We're giving so much more value than Ryan Bowen. This is the truth right here, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta sort it out. If you ever feel like you'll never get to pull him or beat him, this is the place to do it. But if you can, get the votes happening, get the thumbs up happening, because then it spreads it out. Because we want thousands of people in here so we can have a proper watch party commentary. That's what we really want.
Beautiful. All right. So we got Jaggers and Withers. I'm definitely going to go with Wayne Withers. I think, he's got a real bad style for Jaggers, but I have nothing. That's the only thing I'm going on. Maybe Jaggers is just so mega strong inside that he can do something with it, but we'll see. I'm excited to see, it's sometimes those are the best, where you don't quite know the powers and the specialty areas of each guy, so something unexpected might happen.
Yeah, and that's just the way it's gonna roll for sure. I'm tipping Wayne. He want to bounce back after his match with Marcio Barbosa. It's good to see everyone in the chat just pumped for this matchup. Someone asked, does it matter that when Todd and Lachlan's practice pulled in 2019, that Lachlan seemed dominant? You answered your own question there, my man, because it was practice.
It does not matter.
If I can quote Allen Iverson, practice. We're talking about practice and things like that. So then the next match on the card, I believe, is the comeback. The comeback kid, Travis Bagent, who's been, I don't know if he's been active, but someone has been managing his channel and things like that, and sharing links and telling everyone to buy pay-per-views. And I hope it is Travis, because we want him back. And he is taking on a man that had a red-hot, I think he only had one or two slip-ups in 2021 in Brandon Alcesso, but he had a red hot 2021. So I wish him all the best. What are you excited? As a fan, I'm pumped to see Travis back on the table. What say you, Uncle John?
It's always interesting to see Travis because one, what he does to us is what we really, really want, he really just never gives us what we really, really want, which is like a hardcore, focused, top of his game Travis Bagent. But he'll dangle that carrot out. And every time we're like, is this going to be the time? Is this going to be the time? Is this going to be the time? So, yeah, I'm excited as always. I want to see Travis come back. I want to see him be very serious. I expect him to win, whether he is super duper serious or not. But I would really like to see Brandon, be able to do something with it.
Yeah. So then two questions I've got to ask for you, and of course anyone else in the chat. Question one, on the fun side of things, if Travis Bagent turns up and him and Brandon have a rock, paper, scissors competition and don't arm wrestle, is that the end of Travis Bagent? We just don't listen to anything he says ever again? And question two, if Brandon upsets the world and puts his name, officially on the map of arm wrestling, is that the end for matches for Travis Bagent?
No, certainly to the latter. Travis is always going to be a name because he brings so much more than just an arm to the table, right? He can do what he wants when he wants. He could lose miserably, tell everyone that he doesn't care. Ha ha ha! I got your money, and he'll go to Igor in a month, and Igor will give him a match. Right? Something crazy like that'll happen. And part of me is like, oh, that goddamn Travis. And the other part is like, well, I mean, he's legitimately probably the greatest left-handed arm wrestler that's ever existed in the on the face of the earth. So what can you do?
Yeah, I think we'll always watch Travis, regardless of the result of this one. The one thing I would just absolutely love is a good 12-month committed Travis.
Sure. I would love it.
The gym, that world champion Travis, that pulling John Travis, that guy, I would love a good 12-month, and then he can just go, put the stomp on some kids, teach him some lessons, just remind him that Travis is still the beast in that one. I think I've got him winning. No, I don't think. I think he wins. I think he's a lot heavier than Brandon, so that will help. Travis on the left. It doesn't matter how much he hasn't really trained for. I just think, if you're a left arm world champion, man, he probably doesn't even have to masturbate with his left arm and it'll still be proper strong. He'll just be...
Maintains.
He'll just be up and about, that guy. What does everyone else think in the chat? Everyone in there, make sure you have a vote. Hit that thumbs up button as well, because then let's spread and get so many people partying with us, because we're the coolest YouTubers on the planet, bar none. So
yeah,
we've got that one. Let us know if you think Travis is winning and what the future holds for Travis. So then I'm going to flip it over like a dead fish for you, Uncle John.
Mm-hmm.
If Brandon comes in, let's go Brandon. If he comes in and goes bang and takes Travis to school, where does that put him? And where do you think he goes from there? Like where Brandon's next match?
It's kind of a good and bad thing for Brandon, I think. It's good in the sense that he just needs to have the eyes on him, right? A lot of eyes that didn't know him before are going to be on him because of Travis. So that's good. If he loses to Travis, it's okay because nobody is expecting him to beat Travis, right? Nobody is expecting that. But potentially, if he wins, people might also say, well, it's just Travis being Travis.
Yeah.
So it becomes very difficult to get a meaningful win on Travis when he always plays it off that he's never really invested. And if he loses, I guarantee you he plays the I wasn't really invested card 110%.
Oh, Absolutely. Good to see a few bangers in the chat. We've got Jeremy James and White Wolf. They're a couple of ready bangers, which is awesome. A cool troll name in Jelly Ketterette instead of Jerry. That one made me chuckle. A few of the OGs coming in. Clerks 93, Repulsive Gravity. I keep losing in and out of the comment. Let me have a bit of it. Levan's Kidneys always in the chat. A few other new ones that I haven't seen. The World's Strangest Man is in the chat. I love everyone that is coming in, which is awesome. Some cool names and everyone in the chat. We've got about 200 votes for the main event, which we'll get to in just a little bit. But 65% of you are saying Toddzilla wins, which is awesome. Only 59 likes, you big legends. Just pump that up. Now, something that I'm actually really looking forward to, and my new job didn't allow me to do a live interview with them, but we have got the match that no one wants. The match that no one wanted. And a lot of people's nose turned up and a lot of buttholes were clenched. There was a lot of these ones going in the chats and the comments. Why is this match happening? And I'm just picturing these people don't have any teeth. So that's it. Why, Uncle John?
It's fair.
Why is this match happening? And we've got Red Lightning, Rob Kelly. And he is taking on the Predator, Damon Ransom. Now, you've had a bit with the Arm Wrestling Uncensored, those legends there, and you're representing them with your shirt. What's your take on the match that no one wanted but we've got? I'm excited for it.
Well, I love it. I am happy to say that I kind of got to be a part of, how this match, not how it came to be, but how it was promoted. I had the guys on my show. I got to kind of, see them chitter chatter back and forth with each other. They've got a bit of a history. They've both trained a little bit more since that point in time, and they're both ridiculous, right? Damon Ransom is a guy who has videos. Go to his YouTube. His name is Brent Lyon on YouTube, and he's got videos of him throwing the most punches in a single second that any human has ever thrown before.
Yeah.
So go check that stuff out. Rob Kelly is also weak.
The only way to explain it, the only way. Now, while we gather our thoughts, guys, these were just two people in a Facebook group that were, slinging and slanging at each other, going back and forth. And I'm a huge fan of the reason they've got the match, and we'll get to that a bit later. But yeah, that's he is weak. Go on, Uncle John. Sorry.
I like both of these guys. I think they did a real good job, and everybody that kind of helped promote it along the way did a very nice job. All the Arm Wrestling Uncensored guys, because this shows it's the first time ever I'm aware of an amateur match being highlighted at a pay-per-view event, right? So what that means is it can prove that these matches, when promoted properly and correctly, can be worthwhile. It's not just the super duper mega elites that you need to have a show like this. And I think that's great for all the guys coming up, because we've had such an influx of people, new people to the sport. And it is difficult to get noticed, right? You either have to be really, really good, or you got to be kind of a weirdo and put yourself out there in being a weirdo. So this is, there you go, right? That's why welcome to our lives. And these guys now are probably pretty much weirdos too, but I think it's a really good opportunity for everybody moving forward. This is going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, look, they're I'd definitely be confident that I would beat them both. I like them both. I think they're both cool guys. I love this opportunity. Shout out to everyone in the comments, some people saying, "What's up, Jake?" Like Performance Enhancing Pancakes and things like that. Wesley B, some awesome guys. I am seeing your comments, but we're just pretty pumped about this. So with Rob Kelly and Damon, I quite like it, but don't misunderstand what's going on as well. It wasn't just them two, going back and forth on Facebook and getting a match. I think DJ Kotlow had a bit to do with that. He's Rick Rossing it lately, and I really appreciate that. That's what I had to do to get where I was, and absolutely, he's in everyone's DMs, promote this match, get these guys on the show, and he's constant on all the Facebooks and things like that. So I appreciate that grind. I appreciate that hustle and things like that. So, when these matches happen, people are still working behind the scenes, but I'm a big create the opportunity, don't wait for the opportunity. So for all those people that are a bit annoyed, here we go, guys. Here are my friends from the 98%.
Oh, man.
Can you hear us?
98 is in the house.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, from the West Virginia event itself. These are my guys. This is the 98%. We've got Ryan Grondin and Josh Berger. What's happening, gentlemen?
We were just hanging out with your boy Lachlan over here.
How's he looking?
Can you hear? It's loud in here. Sorry, guys.
How's Lachlan looking?
Here, we'll try to find a quieter spot. We got all the action right here.
Yeah. Whoa, look at that. That is one busy. That's one busy also. Who is Seth Rollins here from Talk India? Yeah, just
he does look like Seth Rollins.
Yeah, good one, Talk India.
I just saw it.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah, my sexy boys.
We're in the men's room now. It's a lot quieter.
Oh, good.
Hey, we're sharing a stove. We were just talking to your boy Lachlan and trying to keep him calm for his match.
How'd it go?
Super nervous. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's pumped up. He's ready to go.
He's looking thick, isn't he?
He is. He was warming up with Brandon Elsessor and some of these other big guys.
Have you seen Toddzilla yet?
Paul Italia shook my hand.
Mine too. Oh, bridges are being amended. Da, 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 da. Oh, look at this.
Travis was being nice to us.
Oh, Ryan, just a quick congratulations to Ryan. You're not dead.
Right, I'm alive. Apparently I'm alive.
For those that don't know, some guy hit up all the arm wrestling Facebook groups and said R.I.P. Ryan Grondin.
Yeah, are you alive?
Thank God.
Yeah, or I think Josh is doing Weekend at Bernie's with you. I think Josh is doing Weekend at Bernie's.
Very disheartening to find out that you died of COVID on Facebook.
You wake up one morning and you turn to your wife and go, "Oh, babe, I'm dead."
I was trying to cash in my own life insurance.
Hell yeah. What's the vibe like there, boys? Is everyone up and about? Is everyone pumped?
Oh, it's fired up. The tournament's exciting. Everybody's fired up, slapping tables and crowds cheering. It's a good time.
Yeah, beautiful.
Strong and ready.
Damon Ransom showed up super late. We were worried he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah. There may even be some footage leak of me pulling the womanizer.
That's right.
Ooh.
I've seen that, you and Robert Kelly. Look at you boys on the beers.
He tried to womanize me. But,
and did it work?
I wouldn't let him.
I'll make Gary Roberts just to womanize you.
This is so cool. So who do we think? Who do we think is Toddzilla going to win, or is Australia going to dominate the US?
I got Toddzilla. I really do. I mean, I hope it's a good match, but if I was a betting man, I'd take Todd all day. But I think Lachlan could steal one or two.
I'm hoping Lachlan wins.
I am actually too.
Yeah. That'll be cool. Do you think you've been put into an ambush? Do you think Paul Italia and Travis are shaking your hands and then going to ambush you guys later?
We took care of him. He looked nervous, so us 98%ers went over, gave him a hug, and
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
We calmed him down a little bit. Chance Shaw's here. Chance was pulling with him a little, helping him warm up.
So we saw Wayne Withers warming up Damon Ransom. That was intense. Giving him some pointers. It was good.
You guys were giving Wayne Withers pointers.
Hopefully Brandon Elsessor will destroy Travis.
Oh, I hope so.
That would be crazy.
It would be amazing.
I think your FTG poster will just go bananas if Brandon wins.
If he wins, I'm going to start screaming out 98 right in Travis's face.
You better be filming it and sending it to me, my guys. You better film
well,
that
they're
one.
being real strict about filming that match.
Yeah.
All the matches, like no cell phones. I gotta get those glasses to record so that I can live stream this shit and no one will know.
Those Google Sunnies. Guys, everyone in the chat, if you don't know, these are my guys from the 98% Arm Wrestling. They've been around for a while. They're doing some really good things and just trying to make sure everyone that's not elite is just feeling a part of a community and things like that. They've been fans of the Aussie Arm Wrestler since day one, so I'm more than happy for these guys to come in and have a beer and have a laugh. They're actually at the event now. They are there and they're building bridges and making amends with people until Travis loses, and then it's back on. It's war. Ryan's gonna go nuts, and then Berger's gonna come in and curb stomp someone because he looks like Seth Rollins. So it's good, guys. But if you can, check out the 98% and give them some love. Tell them the Aussie Arm Wrestler sent you. And then before you guys head out and have a few more beers, you've got the link, so check in and back whenever you can. Just both of you, give me a score on the main event.
Well, we see all the rest of these assholes all the time, so I came here to see Lachlan because he doesn't get out here that often.
Beautiful. What's the score going to be?
Support, sir. We'll take care of him for you.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right, guys, you guys go enjoy your beer. You're more than welcome to stay and hang out. You can hang out with us. We're just having a chat. We've got about 25 minutes until kickoff, and then we'll be super excited. But you guys have got the link, so come in and out as much as you guys want.
Yeah, sorry, it's hard to hear you, but we'll catch up with you, and thank you for having us on. Thanks for that.
Anytime. Come back anytime.
We'll come on later with some people who actually matter. We'll get some big names on here.
Nah, you two are two of the biggest names in the Aussie Arm Wrestler world. You guys matter.
Thanks, buddy.
Legends. Absolute legends. Thanks for sticking around, everyone in the chat. Yeah, they're two awesome guys from the 98% I've built a relationship with. They're kind of your enemies, Uncle John.
Are they my enemies?
No, just the pretend beef between the two arm wrestling groups, Arm Wrestling Uncensored and 98%. Those guys get along, but we just like to have pretend wars. Well, we are 25 minutes,
hold on. So I'm on Bowens' stream right now. It's like this concept is going to be a new thing. There's so many. I can feel a breeze from all the people signing up for the pay-per-view in the chat. It's going so fast.
Is it really? Let me open a new window. Let me check this out.
It's just like tons of people buying the pay-per-view. Tons of people.
Yeah. When he told us the number earlier on, I was like, "Oh, that'll double for sure."
Well, in this morning when we were live, he said on the live that it was over 400, and that was this morning. And since I've been sitting here for the last minute, I've seen probably 40 new people sign up. So it's going off.
Yeah, well, yep. Just having a look. That's awesome. I'll give him a ready bang.
Ready bang him.
Oh, I did read it. But yeah, heaps of people are signing up. That's awesome. Good.
We gotta get a pay-per-view. we gotta host a pay-per-view, man. That's gonna be the next thing.
How are we gonna do it? How are we going to do it?
If I could go anywhere and do anything, that would be a good first start.
Mate, well, I live in a country where the whole world hates Novak
Djokovic,
right.
So you ruined tennis.
That's like 40 minutes up the road. It's madness, but that's not why we're here. We're here now to talk about the main event. 12 months in the making. If you weren't around 12 months ago, this story, this hype is real. So Ryan Bowens was doing what Ryan Bowens does best, and he makes his early predictions. And he said Lachlan would beat Toddzilla. Then, of course, Toddzilla replied, and Neil Pickup replied, and it just went nuts. From there, it got nasty on Facebook. It got absolutely nasty. Something went for days upon days upon days. It was just attacking. And then Lachlan and Todd came on the show during that time, and then they drifted apart from the Facebook, but everyone else kept going, and it got real nasty. So the match was set for January last year in Canada, I believe, with Jeff Frank's promotion.
Yeah.
And then from there, that got, obviously with the World, that got cancelled, everything that's happening, and then now we finally have the match 12 months later. It's
an incredible thing. Travis Beckley had a question about the number of people. He said 400 people bought it total. No, that was 400 people had already signed up for that membership level this morning. Yeah. So I'm sure it doubled since then, and now it's like literally it's just hundreds of people signing up. Oh, you can see his chat.
Yeah, Travis, that'll hit 2,000, I reckon. That'll be 2,000 pay-per-view buys. $2,005 each. What's $10,000, and then from there YouTube take their 30%, so they're going to make a killing from that. Super chats and all that. I'm not sure what the split is from it, but it was very smart on Travis's behalf and whoever's running it to get Ryan's channel, because the dude got 1,000 subs in 7 days. Like he is killing it. And for those that don't know and might not be on the Ryan Bowen train, he is constantly in a group with Uncle John and I, and a few others, Top Roll King Productions, Arm Wrestling News, Chance, Derek, Kriggy from Sweden. And he's helping out, and he is helping us out to try and grow our channel. So it's awesome. It's awesome. 352 votes. Toddzilla at 62%. Beautiful.
What we got in? What are we at? 62%
for Toddzilla.
So in the same poll is on the pay-per-view chat right now, and that's at 59-41. So very, very close. And they've got 800 votes on there.
Oh,
so not
300.
Yeah. So not too terribly different.
But now that the match is finally happening, I was even still worried a matter of 4 days ago, until Lachlan was outside of the airport and in a car with someone, because you can even still get holed up on like in customs and things like that. You've done traveling for Arm Wars, and you saw how it all went wrong for Ryan Espy. You saw that journey.
Bad news.
So and so now I'm excited. The last couple of days have been great. I've seen Lachlan eating and getting fed, and so, which is the same thing. I'm an idiot. Eating and getting fed is the same thing. Getting rest. Talk to me, Uncle John. How do you see this match going?
Look, for me, I kind of think we know what Toddzilla is going to do. He's going to do what he does best. And the real question is, does Lachlan have the horsepower to get where he needs to go and not fall into any of Toddzilla's traps? Now, with that being said, I do think Lachlan has enough horsepower. The question for me is, how long does he have that horsepower for? Is it one match? Is it two matches? Is it three matches? I think the likelihood that it keeps going diminishes greatly very quickly.
Yeah. Just quickly before we get more on it, Alex Willett, Arm Wrestling, has come in with a super chat, and he goes, "Sup, fellas? Sup?" He was on the live.
AWU guy.
Yeah, he was on the live stream on Evan's channel, you guys, yesterday or 24 hours ago. I can never remember what day of the week it is. So thanks, Alex, for popping in, you dead set legend. Bloody hell, that's awesome.
He has to come here because Ryan Bowens doesn't like him. So he has to come here.
What? Well, share. Story time, Uncle John. Share with me.
He made too many mean memes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? You treading in dangerous waters.
But with these, we've sidetracked here. I know we want to talk about the main event, but these memes that are going around.
Yeah.
My name is Aussie Armwrestler, and I'm a memeaholic. I am a memeaholic. I absolutely love them all. They give me giggles. If they haven't taken it too far. If it's about they don't like their channel, or they think they're a weak arm wrestler or something, something like that. Something that's materialistic and things like that, I've got no problem at all. If you start attacking people's wives or, things like that, then you've lost me. But a lot of what I see is hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. So, I've banned a couple of people from this channel, and I'm sure you've, I always send you the people that I ban anyway. I'm like, do you know who this dude is? And you're like, yeah, I banned him weeks ago. So
we're happy to have everybody here tonight. We got 132 people in the chat right now, and we got to be getting close. 15 minutes.
Yeah, beautiful. Pumped for this one. Main event time. So I'm picturing two things with this main event. I am picturing a monster truck and its engines revving. And two things are going to happen. Either Toddzilla is on the tow bar and he is holding the Lachlan monster truck, and the wheels are spinning and it's just going nowhere. Or I see the monster truck just going and taking Todd with him. I very rarely see this one like down the middle. I think it's going to be, a bit like when Todd pulled Corey West. I can see Lachlan getting a pin. I can see it. Absolutely, I can see it because, Todd's experienced enough and he might want to try his way or a fun way to win first and then readjust in the, the second and third rounds and go, oh, no, fuck this. I need a win. I just go back to what I do best. So I'm happy with that. But, I think, they're going, I just have a feeling they're all going to be quick pins. I think they're all going to be quick pins. Yeah.
I think there may be quick pins, but I don't think they'll all be quick pins. It's really an interesting match. And of course, like we've talked about before, it goes beyond just who wins and who loses, right? Whether it's right or wrong, people will take information from this match and apply it to Ryan Bowens and RVJ. And of course, that's the super duper mega, as big as this match is, Bo and RVJ is just simply bigger because there's this real animosity and there's very real emotions behind that one. I look forward to that either way. I think it's going to be a great couple of days because either, people are going to be just taking the piss out of Ryan, or people are going to be dunking on the people who are trying to take a piss out of Ryan. So, I look forward to all the shenanigans that are going to be coming up.
Oh man, I just hope somehow in a magical world Ryan can get there for the match, because this was another one
I know
that was promoted 8 months ago or whenever, and we all got pumped and we're all excited, you know, and things like that. And I don't want it to fall through again. Like, the contract's been signed, which is awesome. That's a step in the right direction. Yeah. But I haven't got that tingling feeling yet. It's going to be the same until I see Ryan Bowen and the Dubai City is in his background and things like that. Then I'll get pumped for it. Will I make content about these matches? Of course I will.
Yeah.
Of course I will. That's just what we do. But yeah, it's going to be. I just want it to happen. But of course, people are going to see this and go, right, Lachlan smashes Toddzilla, so maybe Ryan is a bit stronger than what he is, or of course, that's just what we do. It's just normal.
Yeah,
it's normal to do that. What does everyone think in the chat? Does this main event between Toddzilla and Lachlan Adair, does this have any impact on the Ryan Bowen RVJ match? Now, Uncle John, have you put any money on this match?
I did put a little bit of money on this match on State Kings.
Now,
not very much.
That's all right. Gamble responsibly, everyone out there.
I did put a few dollars on Toddzilla. But it was like $10 to $20.
Yeah.
So if I was confident, when I'm like supremely confident, I'll put, maybe $100, $200. That would be big for me. $10 is the throwaway. But I do think Todd will win. I think Todd will win. I think he's got, more down the road. The only thing that would, really come out and do it for me is if Lachlan is just so strong, if he's just so much stronger than Toddzilla is, that he's able to end the matches very, very quickly and maintain a high level of endurance throughout and not, start breaking down even after 3, because if he breaks down after 3, it's going to be real hard to get that 4th one.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Lachlan, he just hasn't had as many matches as he would like. He flew over to the other side of the country, and Ryan Bowen got there 2 hours earlier, and they changed the rules, and that Ryan Bowen ended up having the match. So yeah, he's had like 1 match in like 2 years. So I don't know what that does for his tendons. I mean, if you're following him on Instagram, he's lifting ridiculous amounts of weight. It's almost against the law what kind of weights he's lifting. But yeah, I'm in one of those tough places, Uncle John. We've all been there. Do you go with your head or do you go with the heart? It's like when a girl really likes you, but she's not telling you if she likes you or not. You're not sure. My head tells me, get out of Dodge. Go find someone that appreciates you. But my heart's like, I love her. I love her. I need to stay. I need to make it work. And that's where I'm at the moment. My head's telling me the pedigree of Toddzilla. The world champion. The man that has beaten almost everyone. Those WAL moments where he almost pins Jerry Catterett and he almost pins Devon. 2 of the best heavyweights, super duper heavyweights in the world. So that's where my head comes in. But then my heart comes in. It's like, yes, he's Australian. And of course I'd love him to win. And then I've seen the videos. I saw the way he depleted our friend Ryan Bowen. I've seen how strong he is looking in the gym. Am I getting sucked in to this? Is my heart just taking over and going, get it done, Lachlan. Get it done. But yeah, I would probably have to go with my head on this one. And I too, while swallowing a bag of nails, think Toddzilla will win this matchup.
Nice. What's your call for rounds?
Well, so it's 6-round soup match, isn't it, or best of 5?
Yeah, I think it's 6 rounds.
Okay.
I think pretty sure.
6 rounds. 5-1. 5-1. Everyone in the comments section now, you big legends. Tell us what the score is. Love everyone that is coming in. Love the 133 people that are sticking around for the #1 watch party ever. You got the arm wrestling tag team champions of the world. Why would you want to be anywhere else? That's just the way it is. But let us know in the chat. I'm going 5-1. Uncle John, what are you going?
4-2. 4-2 Toddzilla. Yep.
4-2 Toddzilla. Just having a look at a comment. I found $5 in my PayPal, so I said, F it, I need to watch Toddzilla side pressure or hook. That's from Levan Gasparini. Now, I just had to approve that comment. Didn't realise that it wasn't. Oh, probably because it was almost the F word. 5-1 top. Yeah, of course, seeing Wesley B repulsive and things like that. I hope it's a lot closer. Of course, with every single one of these matches, I hope it's 3-3 and then it's dodgeball sudden death and things like that. Of course, I hope it's that because we've been having way too many 6-0s. If you go back to a lot of the super matches, we're seeing, especially with the main hype ones that we're all about, 3-0s and 6-0s and things like that. So looking for some awesome battles. Performance enhancing pancakes got the right tip. He says 6-0 Danny Tesh. So good on to that. One last time we'll say it. The pay-per-view starts in 9 minutes. The matches start in 9 minutes. You need to go to Ryan Bowens' channel, go to the membership section and click join. And then once you click join, you find the pay-per-view section. Wherever you are around the country, it's between $5 and $7. I'm just going to get some things up, and then it'll be from there. So I'm just getting another window of YouTube ready so I can have the match. And the one thing I'm really enjoying is, we've got between 120 and 140 people joining us. Ryan's commentary only's hit 1,000, and growing. So. Yeah, I really enjoy how many live commentaries and things like that people...
It's awesome.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. So I've got that up, but I don't think that'll be... Because he's got a different link for the pay-per-view, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. So it looks like right now, Ryan is doing one. We're doing one. Some guys called Be Strong Arm Wrestling are doing a watch party / practice. That's cool.
Yeah, nice.
So that looks like it for now. I think Pradeep is doing one as well, but I'm not so sure it's on until right at 10.
Starting at 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Which is awesome. But the party time's here. The party time's here, you big legends. So don't be silly. Just come party with us. Right, let's see.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Here we go. Just having a look. Yeah, people, it's still, 50-50. We are at, let's have a look at the votes. Hit the likes button, guys. We're almost at 100. We're almost at 100 likes. 417 votes. So we're almost beating Ryan Bowens' votes. How cool is that? One of my bangers has just come in with a $10.
One of your bangers?
One of my bangers. One of my members. And he's just come in with a Ryan Dragon. He's got one of the coolest names ever. That name to me sounds like Ryan Dragon would be like Van Damme's sidekick. Ryan Dragon. And so from there, he's come in with a $10 super chat. And he says, 4-2 Toddzilla. Ready, bang. Now, I'm just going to quickly bring in a special guest against her will. Mrs. Aussie Armwrestler, we've got 120 people in the chat.
I was just letting your dog come see you.
Quickly come and say hi. This is Mrs. Aussie Armwrestler. Of course, you know my great friend Uncle John here.
I do. How's it going?
What everyone wants to know, because your arm wrestling knowledge is through the roof and you've never had a wrong prediction. So if I say to you Toddzilla or Anvil, who wins?
Look, I don't want to offend Anvil, but I've actually heard Toddzilla's name a lot more, so I'm going to go Toddzilla because I don't know who Anvil is.
There you go. I've heard more.
There you go.
And then we'll quickly go through them. So if I said to you Wayne Withers or Austin Jaggers?
There can't be a draw, can there? You told me this once when
That's
I tried
right.
to say draw. You're like, there are no draws.
Yeah.
I'll go the first guy. I don't remember how to say his name.
Wayne Withers.
Yep.
Then who else have we got? Uncle John. Travis Bagent versus Brandon Alcesso.
Travis. Also, maybe
Lies.
heard his name more.
And then, of course, we've got Red Lightning versus Predator.
Ooh, I'm going to go Predator.
Predator. There you go. The predictions are in. Wesley B says hi, Mrs. Aussie. Lavan Gasparisi says Mrs. Aussie Armwrestler is better than Mr. Which is, of course, which is true. So, thank you to Proud Son, who has become a banger. You can be our proud son.
Become a banger.
Yeah, see the membership thing.
I love it.
He's become a member.
Oh, that's so cool.
He's a legend. He gets a little ready bang from there.
Good on him. Well, I'm going to leave you to it. Have fun.
We will.
Bye.
So that's all. Yeah, give us a ready bang.
Ready, bang.
There we go. That's the way it's done. That is the way it's done. Lavangas says they're smart picks. They're smart picks. So who did she pick? She picked Wayne Withers, Travis Bagent, Toddzilla, and the Predator, Damon Ransom. Oh, 4 minutes, Uncle John. So you just see that you've got your eye on the pay-per-view link.
Yep, I got the pay-per-view is up, 3 minutes, 20 seconds.
So where can I find the pay-per-view link? Let's go to Ryan's channel, man. The pay-per-view buy coming in.
Oh my God, they're still just ripping through of new members on Bowens chat, and Ryan is like, ping, 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 ping. You know, in cartoons, how the eyeballs just like, yeah, that's got to be what's happening right now. Because I swear, there's got to have there must have been close to 1,000 signups just like in the last half hour that this has been on.
Oh,
it's constant. It's constant. Amazing.
Alrighty, so I've gone to membership. Okay, so I've got the link coming up. Members only. Awesome. Well, I'm a member.
Mm-hmm. All right, I am gonna go real quick and be gone for about 3 minutes, so I get back here as soon as this thing starts. I go freshen myself up a little bit before we get into the real business here.
Beautiful.
All right.
I am more than happy to have a chat with everyone there because I like taking it while Uncle John takes a shit, because that's what freshening up means in the arm wrestling world. And we go
there. You go.
There. This is awesome. Just having a look at some of the comments coming in. Thank you, everyone. First of all, thank you everyone that's liked, everyone that's joined us, everyone that's dipped their hand in their pocket and thrown it over here to us. We really appreciate it. Guy Allen says, who else is... No, wrong one. I can't force myself to sign up for a Bowl membership, but just can't. And that's fine. That's fine, Guy. We'll do the commentary side by side, so hopefully it's awesome. Just reading, trying to get in a lot of the comments. Just going back through it all, we're so pumped. So pumped. And my voice raises because I just get excited. I'm excited about life. Mrs. Aussie Armwrestler was on the show. I'm with one of my very, very good friends, Uncle John, who's just gone to freshen up a bit. He's probably gone to roll a big fat one while having a poo. And if he can do all that in 2 minutes, then he is an absolute rock star. I love people that just do anything to help us out. You've got no idea. You guys, especially me, and I say it every bloody live stream, and I can't help myself. You guys make us feel like dead set celebrities. You know, we've got 120 people in the chat, just wanting to have a chat with us and wanting to see who we're tipping and see the commentary, because it's the best commentary team in the business. You know, Neil Pickup's the man, but we're coming in hot on his tail. But I am pumped about this one. Of course, my patriot, Lachlan Adair, I want to see him come in, and I want to see him, like, I'm not even sure. Does anyone know how much he's Lachlan weighed in at? I didn't check. I haven't seen I haven't seen any of the the comment section's just distracted me. Von Claude Dare. Oh, that's a killer name. Oh, Von Claude. Damn Heb. Thank you. What have we got? Thank you very much, Proud Son. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. You know, to both channels. Subscribe to us. Arm Wrestling Center. Did you win the million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No, I didn't. But I didn't win the $1 million. But I stole the show. The host of it, in the 20 years that he's been on the show, lied on the ground. I pretended to elbow drop him. The nation laughed at me when I told him I was an arm wrestler. It was awesome. Okay, the stream has started. Let me get a look. It says upcoming on my channel. Let's have a look. Let me click on the video. Okay, the stream has started. Ryan Grondon is there having a chat. Stream started 84 seconds ago. Awesome. Oh, he's got 1,000 votes over there. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Alrighty. So, for those that haven't bought the stream, let me have a chat with you. You've just got the pound for pound background in the back, which is awesome. Yeah, beautiful. You've got Ryan Grondon talking to Paul Talia. They both know where the camera is, so they're just sitting there having a chat. And they're making amends. Them two didn't like each other for a while, so I absolutely love that they're making amends. I've got my YouTube section here. People are saying, what have we got? The stream started 250 pounds with clothes on. Lachlan weighed in at. So 250 pounds. We use kilos here in Australia. So that's 110 is 220. So he's weighed in at a bit. Wow. 115 to 120 kilos. Wow. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. So good to see, so that's all we've got. Let me just let me move this out of the way. So just monitoring a whole heap of, maybe if I move it over here. There we go. So, all right, my stream still, yep, everything still seems to be going right. Good. Okay, because I need to set up the screen. I need to make sure I can still see Uncle John, and I need to make sure I can still see the awesome comment section here. Beautiful. Nothing is happening on the stream, but the matches will be starting soon, and this is what we want. I think we're going to start with the Wayne Withers match. Wayne Withers taking on, welcome back, Uncle John. It's Wayne. I think the first match will be Wayne Withers versus Damon Ransom. Make sure you buy the pay-per-view.
Wayne Withers versus Damon Ransom? Is that what you said?
Austin Jaggers. Mate, this is how excited I am. I lose my train of thought. You weren't there to guide me.
It was special. If you follow what they've been...
Nice.
Oh,
all right.
Wow.
Nice.
So on the live stream, so Ryan's got his watch-along party, which is now linked to this pay-per-view. So Ryan's doing the commentary as well. That's cool.
Ah, I see.
So he's got two channels running, dominating. My man. That's awesome.
Damn.
That's smart. That's smart. So let me just move this out the way. So that's awesome. Good on him. Mate, I've just clicked over to Ryan's. Bang. Another pay-per-view, 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 pay-per-view. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's wild. Oh, I'm seeing Damon Ransom coming up to the table.
Oh, wow. Swerve. Okay, so I've got Rob Kelly at the table now as well.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you and I are on the same spot. Two skinny guys. And if I can quote Uncle John, weak. Straight into it, guys. We're into our first super match. Rob Kelly on the left, Damon Ransom on the right. We are almost into round one. This is amazing. I don't know who the referee is. Richard Gibbs from South Australia. Oh, the hook has started. Bang! We have got a battle with the skinny arms, and the Predator has just got one on Dutch in the first round. Beautiful first hit from Rob Kelly, but just couldn't finish the job up. As I was saying, Richard Gibbs has become a banger. Thank you very much, you absolute legend. He's a puller out of South Australia, a good guy as well.
So what we saw there, well, right now the chat in the pay-per-view is going nuts because the sound apparently is awful. People are pissed, and Travis is talking to the chat, so I don't know what is going on right now, but people are losing their minds.
Yeah.
Oh, just turn the audio down. Come over here. That's gonna make way more sense.
Yeah, and I can't like.
I need to get the audio feed so I can hear. I can't quite hear what's happening.
Is the audio bad?
Yeah, it's really bad. So Ryan's talking, and then Travis was talking. But Travis was talking like a teenager that works at like a chicken shop, and it's right into... That was what Travis' microphone started. But Uncle John, take care of round two with your guys.
Here we go, round 2. That first round, Robert Kelly had an enormous hit, but Damon Ransom was able to contain it and then bring it all the way back across the table. It was a little bit of a match. It wasn't too bad. This time, Robert Kelly gets that big hit again, but hits that locking point from Damon Ransom. They're stuck in the middle of the table now. Robert Kelly has come forward with his shoulder trying to get a little bit more, but now Damon Ransom comes in. This is a nice match. We're still stuck in the center of the table. Damon Ransom really pulling it across now. Ooh, that was a burner. Damon Ransom picks up the win. 2 in a row.
Beautiful pin there. Love the way they were both readjusting and getting their shoulder in. Was this a best of 3 or are we still going?
I think I think it's 5. I think it's 5.
And Travis is up on the screen having a quick chat with Toddzilla. If I just double check the audio.
Fucking way you're gonna find out is if you go 2 pounds per pound, become a member.
Oh, James Statham is saying we're 30 seconds behind. Right.
So what you guys would have to do watching, and we keep forgetting to say it, you guys will need to pause and match your audio up with us, because when Uncle John and I talk, then it goes to your YouTube, and then here's your ear. There's always a bit of a delay.
So we would have to find like a clap point. So
so you guys would have to pause for a little bit. So I've got Rob Kelly and Damon Ransom in the table. Referee is holding. We're in round 3. Referee's holding both of their fingers. Their thumbs are closed. And now the fingers are ready to close. Ready, bang! And it's gone the top roll. Rob Kelly cannot start the ignition. And it's Damon Ransom that is just getting the job done. He is 3-0 up. I didn't like that move. Rob Kelly was hitting very hard in the hook, and then he just went outside for a top roll. But Damon Ransom is just...
Hey, mute these people. Mute these people. Jack shit.
Now listen up, guys. These 2 girls right here, the best security guard bouncers to an event you'll ever meet. They just told Paul Talbot and Toddzilla to show me your wristband. They would never let them in. These girls are ruthless. They're ruthless. Say hi. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Ashton. I'm Emily.
And they are holding down security. Here, look, that's what's going on inside. But they are not. That's the best you can do, guys. These girls are holding it down.
You're not even watching the matches.
Josh, you got to go start watching the matches. The matches have started. You got to go start watching the matches.
I didn't pay $10. I can't get in. These girls won't let me in. I am impressed. I am impressed. Look. You see what happens? I'm like proper rats.
What's he saying to you? Josh, what's he saying to you? There's Lachlan.
They're trying to fix the doors now, so he's just running his mouth like usual. You know how Travis does. He's friendly. He's all fight. He's all bark. Yeah. He's only filming inside, but honestly, he's really making sure of that. So I think he thought I was trying to film inside, and I was really trying to hype up his security team.
Yeah. Nah, fair.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
Well,
Fair enough.
So we got to recap that last match because.
Oh, shoot. I'll kill with that.
I'll give him 20 seconds.
I got it. All right, look. I'm out of here, guys. Travis gave me that you could come in, but we got to cut the live feed. That was all for fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Take it easy, Josh.
All righty.
All right. So let's go back to this first match. This was fairly interesting. Red Lightning got his ass whipped in this match, 3-0. That first match, he got a nice hit, but then Damon was able to pretty much absorb everything and bring him all the way back. The second match was probably the best match. There was deep hook cut right inside. Nice movement from both guys, but again, Damon just way too much. And then the third one, was it dump over the top on the third one?
Yeah, so Red Lightning tried to hit outside, but he took his body and didn't go with it. He kind of top rolled with his body. He forgot to bring his arm with him, and Damon was just able to hold on easy. I think he made a huge mistake in round 3 for that matchup. Damon looked a lot better than what it should have been. So, but that's all right. That's just the way it is. Good on him for getting on there. So that match is all done. And so if you're with us now, I've got a referee on the screen and he's touching his elbow. So yeah, try and get your audio teamed up with us. Just trying to get a hold of people in the comments. Keep 98% off. We're relying on your commentary for Sandy, Aussie Armwrestler. Yeah, I gave them the link and check in when they can, but I think that'll be it. If I see them jump on again, I'll definitely mute it and have a chat. But we have got our next matchup. Beautiful. Cooper Maxwell has jumped in and said we are in for a major. Ready bang. # Uncle John Nation. And Austin Jaggers is on the screen. And the man with the beanie who is too big for the screen, Wayne Withers, has just now jumped on and they are ready to rock and roll, mate. These matches are absolutely flying by. Wayne Withers is on the left of your screen. Austin Jaggers in the backwards trucker's hat. Look for Wayne to come inside and rip Austin on the other side of his table. But Uncle John's man feels like he's strong enough to make a match of this. Good hand position from Austin. Ready. Whoa, bit of a slip there. Bit of a pre-ejaculation there from the Aussie Armwrestler. Super pumped from this one. But they both look like they're wanting to go the straps. Shout out to the first match for having no straps at all. That's why we flew through that one. Here we go. Close your hand. Ready. And the slip has happened.
Hey,
just have a chat.
Jake, try to refresh your stream. You're about 2 seconds behind me.
Okay, well, if I refresh it, I'll end up bloody getting... Can you pause yours for 2 seconds?
Yep.
And then see, I've got him strapped up.
Yeah, just putting through the buckle right now.
Yeah, so I just went then. So it's probably half a second, if that. It's pulled down. It's pulled down again.
Okay, now we're on. We're on. Yep.
Thumbs are ready to go. Close those bad boys. Get them out your ass. We are in round 1. Bang! And the hit has happened. And Wayne Withers with the top roll. Snap, crackle, and pop. That wrist just went back. And Austin just does not move like Jaeger. And he's just popped that back and taken round 1. After seeing that, Uncle John, do you see if Austin has a chance in the next couple of rounds?
So that match right there, Wayne Withers just using the height of his arm, the size of his hand to go, and he really just blew Austin's wrist, which is exactly more or less what I expected, to happen. Because Wayne is just, fantastically strong, anything up and outside, very, very strong dude. So the question now will be, can now that Austin has felt that, is he going to be able to make some kind of a change? Is he going to be able to hit differently? Is he going to be able to get Wayne to come down somehow? That's really what he needs, is to be able to defend his wrist or find a way to move Wayne without needing his wrist.
Yeah, beautiful. Great insight there from Uncle John. It's really interesting to know the man that's having 197 matches at Arm Wars, giving you a bit of an insight there on how round 2 could go. Watch for them to slip in this one. Will Austin hold on and get him deep in a hook? Oh, that just snapped back. I almost heard that one on the screen, and Austin was giving us the middle finger, but they've just gone to it. So now you felt a hand like that, Uncle John. What is going through your mind right now? Is anything going through your mind? You've just had your hand pop back twice, relatively easy. What's going through your mind, mate?
Yeah, well, it can be really overwhelming when you have a guy like Wayne Withers who is strong. He's got a big hand. It's hard to deal with. You just get in situations sometimes where the guy's hand is bigger and stronger and longer, and it's just overwhelming. And the thing that Jaggers needs to do right now is really rein himself in, try to understand what Wayne is doing and how to get around that, right? That might mean taking a bit of a different grip, might mean pulling in a different direction. He kind of did pull in a different direction right there. Now he's into almost a pseudo King's move, and he's holding him off a little bit. He's in like a Gennady Pikvinia move. This is exactly what Gennady was doing against Hermes. I can't believe he's able to hold on like that. But he is now moving his shoulder closer in. Wayne's doing everything possible. This is exactly what I was talking about. We didn't know that Jaggers has this. Wayne Withers has just won in a top roll, but mark my words, that took a lot out of Wayne Withers. How much did it take out of Austin Jaeger? That's the real question.
Yeah, Austin doesn't look too defeated after that loss in that round. But I tell you what, I was sitting there while you were talking and my sphincter was going bang. I was like, hold on, Austin. Hold on. Hold on to that big boat. And now Brandon Alcesso from Elsessor, I can never get his last name right. He is now on your screen if you are following the best live commentary in the business. But yeah, look for that shoulder to come in. You called it early, Uncle John, when Austin just came in and dipped that shoulder and he was able to stay in the match. But Wayne's climbing and weight just hitting those fingers on the strap was just unbelievable. Some things that I'm hearing is I think Ryan's not doing the commentary anymore on the pay-per-view. Let's tune in. I can't even hear Travis, and I'll just put the sound on full blast. That's okay, because you don't want the sound over there. You want the sound here. Round 3 in this matchup, Wayne Withers versus Austin Jaggers. Has he got the move like Jaggers, or is he going to be the 85-year-old heroin addict and just go down 3-0 in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, if he can replicate what he did in that last match, and if he can replicate that again, he's got a shot. He's got a chance.
I'll get you, Uncle John, to just move over to your right a little bit. You just keep leaning out of screen if you can. Just get back over because the people want to see you. Round 3 in this matchup. They're going to go for the slip here, and the false start has happened again from Wayne. Don't you dare lose a round when it comes to fouls. That's just redonkulous. I don't like it. But Wayne, pull your beanie up, mate, so you can actually see the pullers. Let's go. And the flicks happen. They're holding on. Bit of a pretend slip. So, yeah, bugger that. So, hopefully they're not wearing any chalk. And the strap, I love how they, you've got to signify to the crowd that it's a strap match, but they hold it up like it's, Simba. It's like, nah. It's like, we're going to the strap, everybody. So... here we go. Round 3. Your Dead Set Legends. Thanks for sticking around with Uncle John and the Aussie Armwrestler wherever you are around the world. I love how high. He's just moved it a bit down, but I loved how high Austin's hand was pressing up. He needs to push that. Get that pick your nose finger. Get it more up there like a karate chop. Just get off his hand. But now he looks a bit more confident in this one. Wayne looking to snap that wrist back again like a bad guy in a Bruce Lee film. Can he hit it? Ready, bang! Huge hit. Cutthroat business from Withers. Shout out to Austin for taking this match up. What was it, about 36, 48 hours ago, Uncle John? You had a chat with
two days, 3 days now. What we saw there was what I expected to see. But Austin, that second round proved that Austin in certain positions is real bad dude. If you can, Wayne Withers was holding on to him with all of his weight driving down, and Austin just was, flopped open and just pushing into him for a long time. So that was pretty impressive. It was
good, and he was able to hold on an absolute superstar like that. It's still 59% to 41% over on Ryan's channel with 1,400 votes. Let's have a quick look at our one as Chance Shaw is getting some TV time, the cheeky sucker. I love Chance. He's a cool guy. What's happening on our one? Where are we? 546 votes. Beautiful.
Nice.
Not bad as everyone is jumping in. Love that the people coming in. I've got some Patreon members in here. Tom Day, which is really good. Thanks to Pivot Master. He just tried to jump in Ryan Bowens chat and tell everyone to come listen to us. which is good. Now Travis is having a chat with Paul Italia at the moment.
Paul looking every inch of Paul Italia. Paul Italia, like right now, he's got like a duster jacket on with a light blue collar sticking out, the cowboy hat, glasses. Oof, this guy, he is minty fresh, this guy.
Yeah, it's he wants to dress the part, he wants to look the part. He's, we all have different goals in arm wrestling. He's got the goal of wanting to be, the number one promoter. Early on, I wasn't a big fan of the guy. He weirded me out a bit, but he's putting a lot of his own money into it. So he's giving people that wouldn't normally get a payday. He's getting them a payday. So he's won me over. Yeah,
Paul. I think Paul's awesome.
Yeah. So it took a while for me to come around. I took the scenic route, but the guy's won me over. He's having a crack. He might have some other intentions while he's doing it, but we all do. So good on him. He's paid for a lot of matches. We probably wouldn't have seen a Toddzilla versus Corey West match, but he dipped his hand in his pocket. He likes listening to the people on Facebook. He'll have, if a lot of people are screaming for a certain match, Paul Italia puts his hand in his pocket and says, I got $1,000 to the winner. Do you guys want it in 6 weeks? So I think it's great. I think it's great what he's doing, and it helps. What do you guys think in the comments? We've got 2 matches left. It's all right. He's off screen now. Who was it? Chuggington. He's not on the screen anymore. But good to see. Yeah, he likes wearing a cowboy hat. Nothing wrong with that. That's his, that's his thing. I got Travis on the screen. Oh no, I've accidentally paused it. Oh no, I'm going to be a little bit behind. No.
Should we just click the live button and see if you can go back to live?
So if I press refresh, I accidentally pressed pause on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm caught up with the beginning now. Travis is yapping about something.
Yeah, and you can't hear him.
And then Lachlan just walked on.
Is Travis putting himself in the main event?
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Wow. Well, we've got the main event now. Lachlan Adair is on screen. I think I'm a second behind you, Uncle John. But I can see Lachlan Adair's right leg just out of screen. He stepped onto the platform. This is amazing. This is why we're here. This is what we've got. Put your tips in there. This is my Aussie, the man from down under, the number one arm wrestler in Australia, Lachlan Adair. This is his moment. And of course, the side pressure king, North American superstar, World Champion Todd Hutchings. Get your final predictions in. This is the match that we've all wanted. 12 months in the making. This is the moment. Toddzilla looking focused. Lachlan Adair just wants to get his name out there so everyone, when they mention Lachlan, they mention elite. That's what his goal is in this matchup. Uncle John, how are you seeing round one?
Look, these guys, they both have a sheen of sweat on them. They're ready to go. You can tell that there's a lot of tension. Not, arm wrestling tension. When you get that build up, and you can tell these guys are building up right now. When you get that going, you just get all of this buzz going on your body, and you can just see it in these guys' face. Lachlan pacing back and forth right now. This first match is going to tell us a huge story. A huge story.
Quick foul on Toddzilla for going to go get chalk midway through. Lachlan's got a kick back. As you can see him leaning back there. Look for side pressure from Tom. The main event. Travis Bagent doing the refereeing. Close those fingers. Bang! We've got a false start. Closed too early. We've got a false start. And he closed too early. But they both went. But from what I saw there from both going, it looks like Todd is feeling mega.
Todd completely dominated the hand, but we'll see if Lachlan even really fully engaged with that, or if Todd just got the jump. Here we go. Ooh, that is not looking good.
Oh! Complete dominance in the hand there from Toddzilla. That's what I saw. We're going into the straps. Man, Todd just looking strong, looking thick. Can Lachlan get in? So Lachlan was wanting the straps, I believe, but Todd looked like he almost got a pin on that one. Everyone in the comments just going, Todd, Zilla. Thank you, Casey Jones. Absolutely love your comment there. Says Aussie Armwrestler is the man. Anyone that says that is all right in my books. Round 1, guys, our main event. How can you not get pumped? I'm here with Uncle John. We are calling our main event. The thumbs are closed now. Look for the hit from Toddzilla like a samurai sword. Ready, bang! We are in a hook, but it is side pressure from Toddzilla. Can Lachlan hold on? We look like elbow foul. Or was that a pin?
That was a pin. Yep.
Oh.
So what we saw right there was Toddzilla immediately took control. He had a pretty good side pressure hit, but he did have, I believe he had his hand, fully intact. And he just really stretched Lachlan out completely, held him real close to that pin pad, and then did eventually get the pin. Looked fairly comfortable. Lachlan needs to fire up now. He needs to get out of the blocks quicker. He needs to beat Todd to that position. I'm not sure if he can, because that was looking like dominant hand control from Toddzilla in a big portion of that first match, which is not something I expected to say.
Magnificent. Guy Allen has just come in. He says, thanks for the service tonight, gents. Appreciate you both. Ready, bang. Let's go, Toddzilla. Now, thank you very much, Guy Allen. You absolute legend. We really appreciate. And the 200 people in the chat. People are already talking. Dennis Smith, it's a 3rd place amateur trophy, mate, not a 4th place. Come on, buddy. Get with it. But the 200 people in the chat just saw Toddzilla take full control, as Uncle John has just mentioned. Let's see if they go to the slip or Todd wants hand. Bang! We are in a hook in the middle of the table as Lachlan Adair's bicep looks to pop off. We have a running foul from the side pressure king, and we'll have a restart. But hook, side or hand, I think Todd has got it, and he's got it very strong. Lachlan is just looking a bit breath there. He's taking the less controlled breaths. He knows what he needs to do. The problem is, can he implement the action? This
is going to be the question, right? Toddzilla is looking very good, very controlled, very comfortable, but he's also expending a lot of energy. And so is Lachlan, but who's got more in the tank? We're restarting this round 2. Back in that deep, deep hook. Toddzilla now more firmly has his elbow placed, really just trying to grind it out. A little bit of a lat drag. Winner, Toddzilla. 2-0.
Wow. And this is how a lot of people call it. This is how a lot of us have seen it. A lot of people were saying 6-0. And Todd, it was just easing away. How can Lachlan bounce back? Come on, Emil, I'm here. I'm waving my Aussie flag. I'm rooting for you, you big bad son of a gun. But this is where moments are made. This is where people come and movies happen. Where Jordan has the flu game. Where the Mighty Ducks come from District 5 and end up winning the whole thing. This is the moment where you need to have a good look at yourself and get it all right. This is where we're after for it. Lachlan just looking that tad bit nervous, and now Todd's got 2 up, and he knows he can go in the hook with a basketball bulging bicep. Todd's just going to be more and more comfortable, and he's going to now attack that side pressure. Lachlan, mate, fire up like you were against Blue Bone. Get angry. Shake the table. This is what we want. Nothing wrong with getting fired up after taking a couple of hits. We're in round 3, guys. Lachlan on your left. Todd on your right. Hand control here from Lachlan. He looks a bit high to get deep in. Bang! And it is all over. That was too much. Toddzilla looks at the crowd and he says, subscribe to Uncle John and the Aussie Armwrestler. But I'm sure he's just cheering for the match there. Todd is pumped up. Now, that aggression and that adrenaline, that's what we need from Lachlan Adair.
So this match at this point is, in my opinion, effectively over. Those first two matches were significant. Todd really had to push. Lachlan did. Obviously it's not terribly far away as far as the power goes, but Toddzilla pretty much looking dominant. And we just saw in that last match that Lachlan is burnt at this point in time, and Toddzilla still has that strength advantage. So I would be extremely surprised if Lachlan was able to come back after this.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with you there, Uncle John, as we head into round 4. Lachlan just looking a little bit puzzled. Not sure where he needs to go for this one, but Toddzilla is just showing why he is world class. The hook is happening, and Todd is in control there. Lachlan just going to get burnt out and extracted in this one, and you just give it about 5 seconds, and Toddzilla will ease Lachlan down. There it is. It's all there. Lachlan holding on for dear life. It's called a pin, and it is all over. The win is official. Lachlan nodding, giving his just desserts, saying, well done, Toddzilla. And I think they want to go again or have a bit of a play on the left hand. But that is 4-0 to Toddzilla in an absolute dominant performance. It's how a lot of people saw it, when we all tipped with our head. Uncle John's won himself a couple of dollars. But yes, we needed a fired up Lachlan Adair. Still proud of the man to fly over there and represent Australia. Couldn't have asked for a better bloke to go over there and go head to head with Toddzilla. We'll see if they're going to go left hand or they finish out the last 2 rounds. You're here with Uncle John and the Aussie Armwrestler, your main event. They are going for it in round 5. These don't count even if Lachlan gets a pin. They don't really count because they're going to try and start in a hook. As you can see there, Travis Bagent just having a bit of a chat, taking control of the situation. A bit of an early start, but we'll see how we go. Lachlan has jumped the gun 3 or 4 times on this one. Round 5, they're in a hook, but he's just gassed. He's just burnt out, and that's just the way it's going to be. Travis Beckley has jumped in. Go, Uncle John, sorry.
It's just, Toddzilla is just such a complete arm wrestler, right? He really can do a lot of things. And obviously, this does not mean that Lachlan is trash. Lachlan is still an amazing arm wrestler, obviously. And I don't think this is, going to hurt his career in any way, shape, or form. It just gives us, a little bit more information and it shows us that Toddzilla is still the man.
Correct. 100%. And Lachlan knows it. He knows it. And I hope that, they have a beer afterwards and the last 12 months or whatever, they, Lachlan giving his, his due and things like that. I love that, Sometimes an arm wrestle, it's better than a punch on, but an arm wrestle can just settle some differences and things like that. Travis Beckley has come in and he says, maybe the Australians should start with the women's roster and work their way up. Travis Beckley, you son of a gun. That was quite funny. That was quite funny, but that's just back to the drawing board. Toddzilla shows why he's elite. It'll be interesting now before we get to Travis's match. I want to ask for both, Uncle John. Who does Toddzilla pull next, and who does Lachlan pull next?
Well, I think we know who Toddzilla pulls next. He's pulling Jordan Sonev in February. Is it February or is it the one after that? I can't remember.
February 12th, yep.
February 12th. So we'll see him do that. But, Toddzilla at this point is, guy's a legend. He doesn't have to do anything. So whatever matches he wants to take, wherever he wants to go, however he wants to do it, whoever's going to pay him, the money, they're going to be able to, work out some kind of a deal, and he'll just continue being a legend.
Yeah, absolutely. And then who does Lachlan pull next?
Well, I think Lachlan, it's hard to say what his ability to travel will be, but if he has no limitations on travel he starts looking in that 242-pound class, and starts looking at guys. He talked when he was live on my show about going back after some of the guys that he pulled at Zloty in 2019. And I think that's a fine, thing to do, is to avenge some losses, especially against people that you knew you pulled in, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then to see how far you've come. I think that would be a real good way to do it. So if he goes and tackles some of those guys, that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, Artem and Chance on the screen. Love those two guys. Travis Beckley with another super chat. He says, jokes, of course. Much love from the USA. Oh, Travis, man, I saw it as a joke. Of course I saw it. I am all for banter. I've got nothing wrong with that. You don't have to let us know it's a joke. I know it's a joke, Travis. You're a huge supporter of all the arm wrestling channels, mate. I do notice you. So don't worry about it, but I appreciate your support. I am just having a read of my comments and the comments on the pay-per-view. Wowee. A lot of 6-0s to RVJ. A lot of, some, oh, come on now. People are saying, don't forget to discontinue your membership. A lot of people are saying RVJ wins easy. Bye-bye to your money, Ryan Bowen. Oh, man, they're really getting stuck into it.
Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah, here we go. He's called himself the main event, but Travis Bagent is back on the table. You dead set legends in a left arm match. For me, Travis has already got better body position. Just starting in this one for round one. Travis, I'll get to your next super chat just in a minute, my man. You bloody bugger. Left arm super match. It is. Oh, that is way on Travis's side of the table. Fix it up, ref. Slip into the strap. Travis Beckley comes in and he says, fine, Australia sucks then. Raw Talk has come in and asked, Australia arm wrestles? And the beat goes on. RVJ wins 44-0. Performance enhancing pancake says Ryan is so screwed. People are like, I kind of feel bad, Ryan. His live commentary broken now. Poor guy. Lachlan versus Pork Chop. Yeah, Ryan deserves every bit of embarrassment, man. Wow. Here we go. He's copping it, but Ryan will just wear him. He won't mind at all because all of that still pays him and pays his bills, whether you love him or hate him. The dude's killing it. But we are in round one. Travis Bagent's back on the table, and another thing on the Aussie Armwrestlers checklist, calling a live Travis Bagent match. And of course, I'm calling it with my man, Uncle John, and 172 legends in the chat at the moment. We've got left hand Travis in way better position. Let's see if we can. Let's go, Brandon. He's got the America shirt on. It's a cool looking America shirt. Travis in his university shirt where his kids are dominating there. Here we go. Bang! And the hit and the catch from Brandon. And he is just rocking the boat. Travis screaming. I think we've got it running fair. He's like, cool, let's go again. But
so Travis with an enormous hit. And Brandon was able to stop him. He held him at the pin line, held him at the pin line. Travis elbow fouls and then pins him. So we're going to restart that match. If Elsessor is not taking damage in doing that, we might have something here. Also, Travis does not look like he's been training.
Yeah.
At all. Yeah. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, he's enjoyed his kids' football season. He's been put out in a very nice paddock, out the pasture, things like that, enjoying the stud life. But it looks like we are going back to a strap. So it is still 0-0 in our other main event. This is like WrestleMania 8 with co-main events, but these are a bit more entertaining than those ones here. Travis Bagent is on your left. Brandon Alcesso, he's in the full kit, isn't he? He's got the army legs, the army pants happening, the camo pants. He's got the big boots. While Travis looks like he's going to a year 10 high school party, the way he's dressed. I used to have a light blue polo shirt, exactly the same. I wore it everywhere, Uncle John. I'll try and find a photo for you, this one. David Ekman, I will get to you in a moment, mate, because we are still in round 1, and this is why we are all here. Travis, the Beast Bagent, was rocking the boat in round 1. It's a restart. Bang! And the hit has happened, but Brandon now in a big move. He has caught him. But Travis will just rock. Travis will just top roll. Travis will get the pin in this round. But Brandon, in his banana lounge chair, looks at us. And wow, rocking back. He is copping the tendons and gets the pin. Well done. Look at that. Well done, Brandon, on that one. He was rocking it. And then when Travis went to re-hit, Brandon, if he noticed, could have jumped on and taken the hand.
Well, that was a very, very interesting match. For those of you who aren't actually watching, Travis fully had the hand immediately, was rocking back and forth, trying to get close. But Brandon actually held him up on his winning side of the table for a significant amount of time. And Travis really had to readdress himself a little bit and really pull it back over. Now, the question is, can Travis Bagent keep this up? Because Brandon Elsessor still looks very ready to go.
And I kept watching the screen. I think Travis lost on elbow fouls.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was pointing to Brandon. I think Brandon's taken round 1.
Oh my God, I did not realize that.
Yeah, so David Ekman with a super chat, he says, I think Ryan's chances of being able to get to Dubai to pull RVJ just dropped by 44%. Thank you very much. As Travis Bagent rocks the dad bod. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, Alex, I'd love to have... Alex, Nathan Jones actually lives in America. So it'd be awesome if he stayed in there. So from my understanding, Brandon is up 1-0 through elbow fouls. I think we might have a match on our hand here, Uncle John.
Excellent. This is going to be hilarious.
Round 2, Brandon with better position here. Travis looking a bit trapped in this one. Is that another foul? We cannot, I don't care how much Travis argues. This is an exhibition match. It doesn't matter too much. Brandon doesn't lose, any credibility or anything. So, just make sure Travis doesn't lose on fouls.
Yeah, right? Oh, my God.
Alrighty. Round 2. Brandon is on your left. Travis on your right. Travis getting in a position. The false start is happening, but they've gone to the slips and the straps. Travis not as cocky, but Brandon now is just getting the pigeon chest out a bit, and he's just feeling, I might have something here, especially because 95% of the world tipped Travis Bagent to win. So this will be interesting. And I think Travis does not pull Cody Merritt if he can't beat Brandon. But Brandon is ranked very highly on the left. Brandon is seeing this as an opportunity. He wants everyone to see him on the pay-per-view. Weather the Travis Bagent storm, get in there and get the job done. I'm loving this one. Travis is sucking in that much wind. I'm getting tired. That's how much oxygen he is stealing from the world at the moment. We need him to bounce back. I want Travis to just get the second pin, because we've just had a few dominant performances, unfortunately. 4-0.
If unless Travis is completely sandbagging right now, Travis is in absolutely no shape to pull Cody Merritt.
And he just got
that was more like it right there.
Yeah, and just got a flash pin. If anyone's in the pay-per-view chat, can you tell people that Australia isn't a joke? We still have the Aussie Armwrestler. So tell them all.
Yeah.
Tell them all. Australia's okay because we got the Aussie Armwrestler, but it's we got Jordan Davis pulling. Lachlan's still an amazing puller, but he just tried to beat one of the best in the world. So jump in there and say, hey, let's get behind the Aussie Armwrestler and go from there. And of course, get behind my man, my tag team partner, Uncle John. So that was a more dominant performance as we get back to the footage. More dominant performance there from Travis Bagent. A bit of a flash pin. So he's now 1-all from there. Now, my question is, Travis looks a bit gassed here. So how does Uncle John pull 24 matches in Arm Wars in just 3 weeks?
Easy. No problem.
Oh, hang on. Before you answer, Pivot Master. It's just... He's just got in there and it says, Australia isn't a joke. We got Jake, the Aussie Armwrestler. Legend. He's done it. Thank you, Pivot Master. No, I'm tipping you 24-0, Uncle John. 24-0. You are winning every single match over there. And then you will have a few $100 slipped into your PayPal for beers and dinner with Mrs. Uncle John, because she's a legend as well. I've had the pleasure of meeting her. So we'll go. I think that'll be amazing when you win them all. There'll be certainly
I hope so.
Your way.
Wow, that'll be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, we got match number 3 going now with Travis. We got another slip going straight to the straps. But I'm really excited for Armwars. Armwars is going to be good. I'm excited to get back and go there knowing a little bit more about what to expect. And I'm in very good shape right now. And the last 3 weeks before I go is really, I think, going to put me very much on point where I need to be physically. And so I'm really looking forward to it because I'm in much better shape than I was for Reality Check. And I'm really ready to go. Battleground matches. I've never been in one before. So I'm definitely ready to try it out.
Oh, mate, and we'll get into, especially after this match, we'll get into more about Arm Wars. But we are now in round 3. It is 1-1 in this one. And we've got referee McGragus there just putting the straps on, trying to just not get sucked in to Travis's talk. It'd be hard not to because Travis is fantastic. He's even claimed himself to be the #1 referee in the world. I love everything about Travis Bagent. But here we go. We are on now. Round 3, the thumbs will be closed. I want to see if Brandon can just hold on. Let's get the Let's Go Brandon happening in the chat because I learned that actually means something else, which is hilarious. Travis Bagent looking to hit. There's the hit. But another great catch like backyard cricket from Brandon Alcesso. But he's in a very good position. But it's the constant hitting from Travis that will wear him down. You can only get punched on the chin so many times, and Travis in a good position, but absolutely loving the strength from Brandon Alcesso. He's looking to come inside and get the press and come across, but Travis holding on. There it is. That's where it's come from, and a pin. Bang! Ho-ho! Aussie Armwrestler almost falls over in the garage. That was amazing match, Uncle John.
Winner, Brandon Elsessor. Holy smokes. I can't believe that. That's great. So it was basically the exact same match that we saw before, except this time Brandon was able to, get him to the winning side, and the press came up and then really, really did a straight press down on him. And it just took it. So that means what? Why are they acting like it's over?
Was that a best of 3?
Was it a best of 3? Well, people are asking best 2 out of 3. Maybe it was 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So what? So now I feel like there was some kind of shenanigan involved there.
There was something. Thank you. There was something just slightly at the end of that match that didn't sit well with me as well, Uncle John.
Yeah. Was there an agreement that was made like right after that last match or something?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Thank you to C4RB1N3. Says stop complaining and go listen to a different stream for audio. Ryan and Aussie Armwrestler have streams up. Ermies Desperini. It's pretty much guaranteed that Ryan loses to RVJ now. How can we not think that at this point? Love you, boys. Maybe I'm wrong and Ryan has something. Well, you never know, but you could be 100% right as well. And that's it. The stream is finished.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Mate,
Thank you very much, people.
Come over and party with UJ and I. Wow.
So, I don't have a problem with them cutting. I know there'll be people that are like, oh, why couldn't we get the after poll or whatever it is. That it's probably not going to be what it is, right? They tell you they're going to give you the matches. They're going to give you the matches until the technology gets better or a system gets put in place, because this is what I do know, right? This was a very pieced together situation. Like Travis has a guy there, and then Ryan can't really control anything that's there because Ryan is in Australia, obviously. So it's just Ryan's platform, but he's relying on Travis to do all this stuff. So I guarantee you there's going to be upset people about this, that, or the other thing, but it's $4.99. I got $4.99 worth of entertainment. I would have paid $19.99 to see that, probably, you know?
Absolutely, and we'll recap the things in a minute, but what I'm picturing at the end of that match, you know what I heard in my head, Uncle John, was Tony Schiavone going, "That's all we've got this week. We'll see you next week on Monday Nitro," because I think you saw the same thing that I saw. And well, let's get to that when we finally recap. A very good friend of yours, Uncle John, and a man that is just one dead set awesome human being, and that is Mazel Jador. The real MJ has come in and said, "Super chat because I was blowing up John's phone. Sorry."
Yeah.
Was he sending you
Mazel
messages?
Was messaging me throughout.
Yeah. Wow. So, before we get to the shenanigans, here we go. White Wolf, one of my bangers and the supporter of every single bloody arm wrestling channel in the world. He's a legend. If you aren't listening, Uncle John and Aussie Armwrestler, for commentary for any of these pay-per-view events, then you need to shake your heads. With Darth Todd's laboured breathing, TT, talk to, what's TTY? Bowen Audio. What does TTY mean? Oh, shitty. Because it's done differently on my phone. Anyway, let me start again, White Wolf, you big ledge. Shitty. Bowen Audio, you know what to do. That is awesome. Spencer's become a banger, which is unbelievable. Thank you, Spencer. You were in Ryan's chat saying come over and check out the Aussie Armwrestler. So, this is unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. So the first match, we had the match that no one wanted, Uncle John, between the Predator and Dutch. So Red Lightning.
Boom, I called it right. Damon Ransom is the winner.
That is right. I picked Rob Kelly only because he's been a supporter more than I have. So so I was just like, yeah, cool. But yeah, I didn't know much about him. You knew a bit more. You got that one right. Then we had the Wayne Withers, Austin Jaggers match. It went how we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Some 3-0 top rolling. And that was all said and done. Thanks for having breakfast with us.
2-0.
Uncle John just cleaning up the sweepstakes. Then we went, and the main event decided to be on semi-main. We had, what do we had? Toddzilla just absolutely taking care of business and doing it and he wins 4-0 in that one. You know, they had a bit of a play.
3-0.
3-0. Arm Sports Videos in the chat. Arm Sports Videos, really enjoy your channel, my friend. So I thought I'd just throw that out there. And then in the main event, we had Travis Bagent versus Brandon Alcesso with an asterisk. Yeah,
what was that? What happened there? What was that happened?
With an asterisk. So I'll tell you what I see, Uncle John, and if it became the same as you, we had 2.5 very, very dominant performances from Travis Bagent. And I understand people get tired. I understand that. But then there was a lot of talking and a very weird position.
Yeah.
And things like that. You know, Travis losing on fouls early. The way he was hitting wasn't a Travis style match in the first round. So then when they were talking, and then Brandon came in, you know, and I don't want to take anything away from Brandon. I love the guy. I don't want to take anything away from him. But there was something a bit off, wasn't there, Uncle John? There was something just a little bit off.
There was some kind of shenanigans. This was not Travis Bagent versus Michael Todd punching bag shenanigans, but it was something. And I'm not 100%. Not 100%.
Pivot Master says
on that situation. But I will be happy for the sake of Brandon Alcessor to say, good job. Yeah. What can you say? It looked weird, and I'm sure we'll hear about that. But I didn't expect Brandon to look as good as he did.
Yeah, he came in. Well, he's always prepared. He wants this to be his full-time job. He wants to be an elite. He wants his name mentioned, and I like when these young, hungry wolves are coming in and wanting some feeding time. So if Uncle John and I are wrong, then Brandon Alcesso, you big ledge, great work on that one. Fahrenheit says this is some conspiracy level bullshit. We'll show that one, Fahrenheit. Look, it's all in fun. I'm trying to shut. There we go. It's all in fun, guys. Don't take too much into what Uncle John and I are saying. But the funny thing is, Uncle John and I both saw something. That's the only reason why we're kind of talking about it. But what did everyone think of the event? I'm getting some comments I didn't really expect. People are feeling kind of ripped off. People thought it was lame. People weren't happy for the event.
I think that there's probably some people that kind of came into the sport with King of the Table or PAL or Arm Wars, and they maybe don't know that that's not always the norm, right? To have like a huge production and all of that type of thing. That this is what we saw today was a middle ground between, a person who's just standing with a camera and a shitty internet connection. And so that's on one side. And on the other side, you have, King of the Table. This was kind of in the middle of that, where, you had a static shot. There wasn't multiple camera angles. There wasn't a moving camera. Obviously, the audio sucked, but it was clear picture. There wasn't any video problems. That's the biggest thing for me. As long as I can see the match, you can always turn down the volume. Like, I don't care, everybody sucks but me anyway. So you should just be here in the first place.
That's right.
That proves that this is the place to be.
The only place to be. But yeah, a lot of people saying the audio sucked. That doesn't bother me. A lot of people saying, they paid $3 for WAL back in the day, but they had ESPN backing them and Bleacher Report, so they could have charged. They didn't, could charge little dollars like that. For me, I didn't mind it. I got a good view of it. Obviously, we were talking, so we didn't have to worry about sound. For me, the picture quality was fine. They seem to have a relatively decent camera. Yes, and I got my I think it was $7 Australian.
Yeah.
So I'm not too score. Jeremy James, the score was 2-1 to Brandon. Travis lost the first round on elbow fouls. Yeah. Smashed him the second round. That's what confused me. And I understand people want, better production value and that for their money. And there's nothing wrong with requesting that. But sometimes I think we just need to, pull our car into logic lane and realize we're dealing with arm wrestlers. And this whole pay-per-view event is all new to us, as arm wrestlers. So, just going through the difference. Okay, French Reaper. Guys, the audio levels difference between you two is annoying. Uncle John is way louder. I don't know how to... I'm
turning mine down a little bit. I'm turning mine down right now.
Yeah, all my levels are like I've turned them up to full. But thank you, Frenchie, for letting us know because when Uncle John and I are talking, it just sounds normal. Like obviously I can only hear my own voice, and Uncle John's audio's fine. So So then I'll ask you, Uncle John, and I'll ask the rest of the arm wrestling world what we saw today. So the whole event itself, the pay-per-view format, the YouTube format, etc. Does this help or hinder the arm wrestling world?
Help or hurt?
Yeah. So was moving forward, was this event fantastic?
Yes.
And pay-per-view YouTube was awesome? Or a lot of the people not too happy with it?
This is the beginning of the future, in my opinion. This is a way where, you know, I'm excited to hear how many people signed up for that pay-per-view, because I think it's going to be a very large number. And once people figure out how to get the process of doing live streams regularly through pay-per-view functioning, that's going to work well. It's going to work really well. You're still going to need to get big names. It's not like 15 Joe Schmo matches are going to sell any tickets, right? They're not. But this is a way that more people can get, you know, more people to see them. And I think it's really going to be the way forward. And I think it'll get better each and every time. And I think more people are going to start doing it. Yeah.
And just reading some of the comments, some are pretty good. You know, Scott Clement says, I'll definitely pay again, even though I am bitching. Haha. Alex Willett says, we just need more of this stuff so we can collectively start improving and learning. I'm all for it. I mean, if there's suddenly 30 pay-per-view events in a year, I might have to get a second job. But no, it was. I enjoyed it. I liked it. What does Mighty Mousey say? Thank you very much for the super chat, Mighty Mousey. He says, what we saw today was growing pains as arm wrestling takes control of its destiny. This will be looked at fondly in retrospect. Yeah, I'm with you, Mighty. It's the only way. How do we grow? We learn from the mistakes. So some people have a bit more money backing, you know. So, you know, Larry Wheels has a bit more money than Travis Bagent at this stage and things like that. So, of course, their production value is better, and that's what they want. They want to be the new WAL, things like that. So, yeah, I liked it. I don't mind it. For me, I'm a bit of a basic bitch, though. As long as I can just see the match, I'll take care of the rest. That's all it is for me. But King Hoodie says, but why did Bowen big up his fellow Australian like that? Made him sound like the next big thing. Well, I know why. A number of things. For me, I love it. If I'm looking at people making predictions or people talking about, you know, other arm wrestlers or themselves in the match, I want to hear that you're the best. I want to hear that this person is the best. I don't know why. I just love it. Like if I'm going, Uncle John, you know, how do you think you go at Arm Wars? And Uncle John turns to me and he says, I think I'll win 6 out of my 24 matches. I'll kick him off Zoom right now. I want Uncle John to tell me that he's winning 6-0, 6-0, you know. I want it like it's Rafa Nadal at bloody the French Open. 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, Jay Thompson, you know. That's what I want to hear. So I've got no problem what Ryan Bowens did in pumping up Lachlan. I think because it is Ryan, it pisses a lot of people off and things like that. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. What do you say, Uncle John? And what does the rest of the audience say with 200 Dead Set Legends in the chat joining the party?
Oh, man, we still got 200 people in here. Everybody, welcome. Welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I just got distracted by somebody wanting to know what basic bitch means in Australia.
Oh, just a basic person. I'm a plain Jane. You know what I mean? You know, just your meat and 2 veg. Just I'm a basic person. So I don't need high production level and things like that. If you've just got the match in front of me, then that's good. That's good enough for me.
Nice.
What I want to know is like, man. Well, not what I know. We know. We saw it. How impressive was Todd Hutchings? How impressive. That was unbelievable stuff.
it really should give people a good idea of the levels that there are in arm wrestling, right? So you have Toddzilla. We know that Lachlan is below Toddzilla, and then Ryan is somewhere below Lachlan. But then people think that since there's 2 levels between Ryan and Toddzilla, that Ryan is not good. Well, there's 175 levels below Ryan Bowen, right? There's a lot of levels, and a difference of 1 to the next level can be a very, very significant jump. So, keep that in mind. But I do think Ryan Bowen has a very steep hill to climb when it comes to RVJ, and the way we can kind of put 2 and 2 together. Ryan takes on Lachlan. Lachlan takes on Todd Hutchings. We've seen Todd Hutchings pull RVJ in the past. I think RVJ feels pretty damn good after what he saw today.
Well, maybe we could keep we might have to just keep a YouTube page open, because I know when Lachlan's last match happened. Oh no, what have I done?
It was immediately RVJ. I'm sure RVJ will have a video out here in the next 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, let's. I'm just gonna get
I'm sure.
Where are we? If I go, I'm just gonna see if anything's happening. Maybe we could send Ryan our link. I don't think he's live anymore.
No, he's done now.
I don't see. There you go. Anyway, maybe you could send Ryan the link.
You want me to send Ryan the link?
Yeah, send the link. See if he wants to come on for a quick chat. Or RVJ, send it to Heather. Send it to anyone. Send it to both of them. Say, come on and have a chat, and tell everyone else to come over. Send it to Toddzilla. Send it to anyone that wants to come in, and I'll have a chat to all of these legends hanging out in the comment. But I just got to put my hands together for everyone in the comments, please. The man that has joined me, go over and show him some love. Go over and show him some love. My goal for Uncle John is minimum 10,000 subs by the end of the year. And also want to work out a way to help him, because Uncle John gets over to Arm Wars and things like that. So we need to help this guy out.
Thanks, man.
Aussie Armwrestler, call Ryan. He seems so sad. Oh, Ryan's camera battery died. That's right. Yeah, Paul Bowen will get some heat. Special Ed, he has absolutely copped it. But he's a big dude. Like, he's an adult. He's fine. He will go from it. So everyone in the chat, while Uncle John's just inviting anyone and everyone to come over, does Ryan have any chance against RVJ? We saw how impressive Toddzilla is. That was unbelievable, man, and he's going to be even more prepared when it comes to East versus West in like 4 weeks' time. So I'm up and about for that one. Yeah, but is RVJ going to smoke him? I'm just going to keep refreshing to see if we get a reaction video from Rob, who's a good dude. You've had your problems with Rob in the past, Uncle John, but that seems to be fixed, I hope. But yeah, and everyone's saying 0. One YouTuber here, Pinhead9. I love the term pinhead. I don't know why. I love the term pinhead. So, yeah. Thanks for everyone for hanging and banging with us. Yeah, I'm still a bit... I don't know, Uncle John. There's still something just not sitting right with me with the main event.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Yeah.
How it all happened, and I didn't really understand all of that. Glenn Harvey says, the problem is that you have to look at this as an event that is an introduction to the sport. Do you really want this to be the introduction? I've seen better production from junior high basketball. Yeah, but you need money to up your production. What I want people to watch to start is Arm Wars. That's got the production quality right there. You show somebody that, kaboom, kabang. This potentially could get there. We just have to figure out how to present arm wrestling live in a more exciting fashion, because you can't give people arm wars live, like in the way they're doing it now, right? It just doesn't work because you have to tell the story. You have to have the interviews, all this stuff. So maybe someone will figure it out, but it's never been done before, right? It's never been, really, really functionally done and on YouTube in this new pay-per-view format. So I think it will get better. And yeah, of course we want it to look great, but that's not how reality works a lot of the time.
No, and yeah. And that's the way it is. So the one thing, and I'll get to it in a minute, the one thing that I think will really skyrocket it, and I'll get to that in a moment, because Repulsive Gravity has come in and he says, thank you guys for commentating. No, thank you for hanging around, Repulsive Gravity. Why did Ryan get off so early? What I'm hearing from the chat, that his battery died, I think. Someone was saying in the chat. It just cut out. Look, if it got off so early, you know what? He was probably sick of 2,000 people getting stuck into him, So either, but if we invite him on here and things like that. So for me, the number one thing, when it comes to your main event, it's just got to be even. I think if that was a 4-2 Toddzilla, or matches weren't won so relatively easy, I don't think there would be as much negativity towards the event. Because let's go back. Let's name the last 5 to 10 matches. Oh, here we go. Beautiful.
What's going on?
Ryan Bowen, you're over. It's
my
over
goodness.
for Bowen. I've heard it already. It's all over the internet.
Oh, mate. You got to take your hat off to that bloody Todd Hutchings, haven't you?
Holy smokes.
Wow.
It's well, before we get to why 55,000 people are getting stuck into you, Ryan. There was that. I've tried so much to defend you here, man, but even I'm copping a couple on the chin. So I'll always go into bat for you. But first of all, thanks for coming on, man. Let's get the positives out of the way. I thought it was great what you were able to do. You had your own commentary. You tried to have the commentary over the feed. It didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, but you tried. You're trying to be a pioneer with the pay-per-view stuff. If you want to tell us how many people, I reckon there was about 2,500 people that bought the pay-per-view. Uncle John and I were watching your live stream and just watching the green buttons go bang. It was like someone blowing snot bubbles in your live chat. And it was unbelievable. It was
the number was about 2,221. I think it was.
Nice.
I just leave that up there. Called it. Swish. Oh, if I knew how to moonwalk. Oh.
Would you say that was over your initial expectation, or did it meet your initial expectation?
I had an expectation of 100. That was honest. My thoughts was 100. That'll be amazing.
Wow. 200.
So totally exceeded the
Smashed it.
And it's a really amazing thing that the sport would do that too. And like I said, and like you mentioned there, Jake, there was no doubt some production, some errors there, and doing it remotely was interesting. We set it all up through OBS and whatnot, and I think the stream quality, looking back at it, I've had a look now, it looks like the visual was adequate. The audio, as you said, was the problem. We wanted to try to get my commentary as part of that over the top of the in-room audio. And I think I think there was a couple of problems. I think the pickup on the camera that Chance was using just wasn't handling Travis's booming voice over the mic, and it was a bit distorted and whatnot. Getting my commentary over it, there was the lag through Zoom, which we should have anticipated but didn't. So we had to kill my commentary over it, and then I had the simultaneous commentary going. So there was some form of commentary. And I think I had about 1,800 people in there listening to that as well. So that was still pretty awesome. But yeah, teething stuff for sure. And I do. I'm immensely grateful for everyone who supported it, and I do apologize, but we gave it our best shot, and all you can say is we'll improve for sure. And the good thing is that you know that this money goes back to the sport. It really does.
Yeah. Well, before we get on that, a few things. Coach Ray's in the chat. He's doing a review right now. Feel free to come and join us, Coach Ray, and have a chat. One of my favourite YouTube names, Von Claude Damn Ham. I laughed at that while you were having a shit before, Uncle John. I was losing it. David Ekman has said the sting from $100 I lost on Lockie is soothed by the $1,000 Ryan.
I'm just talking to Jonathan Hoffman right now.
Well, he'll be cashing in. But that's the one thing, Ryan, and that's the one thing that Uncle John and I have probably, stuck up for you is you are a man of your word, whether it's, I'm not going to bullshit it, mate. That's a sting. That is a sting in your craw, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, I want to ask you something, Ryan, because you're a man that shoots from the hip as well. Uncle John and I were watching the Travis Bagent match. And without saying anything, Uncle John and I smelt something fishy at the end of that third round.
Did you really?
We did.
I must have missed it.
Without saying anything.
Okay.
We could be completely wrong. We didn't have audio. We didn't have anything that was going on. We just went off Travis dominating, Travis flash pin, and then...
Well, that open arm position that Brandon was in, he'd lost the wrist completely, but he did appear to have somewhat of a sticking point. And Travis is known to gas quickly if a match has a stop, but he had hand and wrist control, so he usually can go on and get the job done. I was waiting to see some degree of shoulder closing press from Travis. It never came. And subsequently, it came back to center, and then Brandon pulled the trigger on a press. And I think Travis was being a little lazy. I don't think he threw anything. I just think he was being lazy, and then Brandon timed a press really well. That's how I saw it, but I don't know. Tell me, what was this? What did you guys see?
We will in a minute. Robert Gould with a super chat. He says, send Ray from Voice of Arm Wrestling a link. He wants on.
I did.
John, can you send him the link, please?
I did.
Okay. I don't know, man. From me personally, and this is, all having a bit of fun and whatnot. What I saw.
All right.
Well, Coach Ray, you big ledge before.
What's up, Ryan? Where did Riot go?
We've lost him. Another battery's died. We've lost him.
Yeah.
We've lost him. So, Coach Ray, what we're having a chat about is, for some reason, Uncle John and I saw something a bit odd at the end of the Travis Bagent match. So, yeah, I don't know.
So I saw just first 2 rounds of that match, and then I was like, done. I'm just gonna do my review. So did Travis lose?
Travis lost.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
See?
Well, this is what we're saying.
There we go.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I've just
but
look at that. Beautiful. Now, all right. Well, I guess why more and more people are coming into the chat. You're here with Uncle John's Arm Wrestling Show. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. One of my favourite people in the world, the smiling assassin, Coach Ray, from the Voice of Arm Wrestling, who, sorry, Uncle John, but Coach Ray probably had Match of the Year at Arm Wars. He just pipped you there. Very exciting stuff. And of course, we all know my relationship with Ryan Bowen, who had about 19 streams going and just absolutely soaking it all in. If you can, guys, make sure you support every single one of these Dead Set legends, because all 3 of them have done nothing but support the Aussie Armwrestler. So they will sit well in my heart. And if I send out Christmas cards, they would get one there. Who wants to tee off first at Ryan? Coach Ray smile gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and he's just like, shut up, Aussie Arm Wrestler. Let me have a laugh with my fixed brother. Let me get in there.
No, when I was doing a review, I was thinking some things in my head. I did 2 cuts, and I was like, I remember in 2020, Ryan was telling he would destroy Todd Hutchings with certainty. So I was like, maybe exaggerated the level in Australia.
No, this one I'm genuinely shocked by. This match I'm genuinely shocked by. And I'll take this one. I thought Lachlan was going to win. I really did. I thought he was. I am shocked that Todd can get that high. To control that, I'm like, wow, okay. I've now, in my head, elevated the level of the top tier of the world of arm wrestling. I have. I didn't. There was no exaggeration for marketing hype. I genuinely thought Lachlan was going to win.
So you think this was like the strongest Todd Hutchings we have ever seen?
I don't know. I didn't even know how heavy he was. I know no one told me his weight at any point in time. But Lachlan was 250, and Lachlan at 250 pounds, like he was, is a freak. And Todd just had no dramas supinating and cupping and taking control of that center.
He took the wrist on the first one. He took the center every time.
As soon as I saw Lachlan slip underneath, I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah. Lachlan slipping underneath is not a good sign.
Yeah, we that's when Uncle John and I gave each other the nod, and we just went, well,
yep.
That's it. That is it. Uncle John and I got out to cut lunch, and we just kicked back and... Yeah,
John Brzezinski rang me. The first person I got a call almost immediately from John as soon as the live stream ended, and he said, "Dude, when that slip happened, he said I felt so sorry for you." He said, but thankfully, John said to me, "Don't worry, I got your back. I'll give you everything you need to know on how to beat RVJ."
All right.
Man, we hope that match. We hope that match happens from there. So, I want to get Ryan and Coach Ray's thought. Uncle John and I have been talking about it all day. What were your thoughts, guys, on first of all the match that no one wanted? The match that no one wanted between Rob Kelly and Damon Ransom. It happened. It was the opening match. What are your thoughts of people, slinging and slanging on the internet and they get themselves in the opening match of a pay-per-view?
I loved it. All right. Why not? Have one spot on the card like that. I mean, it didn't take long to get through the card, so I don't think it dragged it out and made it like an 8-hour event where you're waiting.
First two matches were over in 8 minutes. First two matches ended in 8 minutes. I was looking at the clock. I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep in time,
What time is it over there, Coach Ray?
Event.
But I lost my internet, I think. But you can see by them pulling that they were amateurs. You can hear me, guys?
Yeah,
you lost me. Oh, you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of stopped, and I was like, "What's going on?" Yeah, you can see by the match that they were amateurs. I think the match was, it was like a normal match. Why not they have a match there? I don't see any problem with that. Everything was over very quickly. I don't know what were the rules, the setups, all those things, super fast, super quick, and we get to see the match that we wanted. And this is, if the card would be stacked by the match, like it's not about big names, it's about matches you want to see, And there was just one match that I wanted to see, and I think all of you wanted to see.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
It was essentially a one match event in terms of where their interest really was. The rest was nice to see, but that was really. I just appreciated that there were other matches to try to get the teething issues out in a technical sense. I mean, we'd done tests prior and all that sort of stuff, but inevitably you end up going live once you press that green button and you're live. Things start to go wrong, and it was nice to have a little bit of time through those other matches to get on the phone to Chance whilst trying to continue commentating and saying, "Wait, sort out the damn audio," all this kind of stuff. So I liked it.
So, Coach Ray, I've got to ask now, because if I ask Ryan will probably say Michael Todd. But what's the next match for Lachlan Adair?
I think, first of all, by not going to tournaments, we rob ourselves of opportunity to experience multiple arms in different situations. So I say this in the video that I made, but I will talk here a little bit. The problem with Australians is that you guys are isolated and you arm wrestle each other. And you're the biggest fish in a pond, and all the arms you have touched feels used to. There's no, you just feel like no one can stop me. And you get this false perception that no one can stop you. Happens with us, happens with everyone. You got to get out. You got to go to tournaments. You don't, when you, like, imagine if you're pulling a super match and, well, someone said, well, that doesn't matter. Let's say Michael Todd and pulls Lachlan. We need 3 months to prepare for this. Oh, so nice. So he just spent 3 months to prepare for one guy. Will have 6 rounds, and that's the whole experience. For an arm wrestler that's been in arm wrestling 5 years. And then you do the same thing, but do 3 tournaments in that time. And you have 10 guys, 20, 15 guys in your class. You win, you have 5 matches, you lose, you have 7, 8 matches. So much experience, so many different things you learn, you achieve, you have that experience. Imagine, like, Lachlan was coming in with 1% out of 99% that Todd has had experience-wise in super matches and tournaments. So I think for Lachlan, it is pull a tournament or tournaments, and I recommend this to everyone. And when he wants to have a match, like, if we say, like, again, Michael Todd would be absolutely the worst idea to pull him against. There's absolutely 0 chances of him pinning him. Again, no inside guy can actually do it. Not even Todd Hutchings in a super match. You need the top roll, you need to climb, blah, blah, blah. We know the story. So mid-back, 110 kilo guy, mid-back. Not going straight for the top. Build your credibility, move up. The same thing happened with Chan Shaw. Chan Shaw was the hottest thing on internet. And then someone was like, well, you should pull John Berzank. But of course you will pull John Berzank. But have we heard about Chance after that? Like, really? Remember the buzz? For 2-3 weeks, he was like the hottest thing ever.
Yeah, Chan Shaw, nailed it. Nailed it, Coach Ray. Absolutely, I'm with you on that one. And being here in Australia, we can't get anywhere. Like, we try and go get some milk, and we got the SWAT team on us, finger poking our chest. So yeah, we got no chance of because you guys get to travel a lot more than us, and Yeah,
it's easier. I understand the pain. I absolutely understand the pain, and I understand where when you feel strong, you just feel fucking invincible. It is how it is, and that's the big problem. I don't know how we can fix this, especially in the COVID times, but it is reality. And like I said, table never lies. It doesn't matter how many followers you have, how many people want to see the match. Table never lies.
I think that Lachlan will be very happy to go and compete in the Zloty again at 105 and just compare his previous performance to whatever he can do now. Yeah. I think that's where he really ultimately belongs. I know that he will happily walk around at sort of 107 kilos and can easily be 105. So that's his zone, and I'm sure that's where he'll go. We just need the opportunities to actually do it. So, because as you say, he's the biggest fish in this pond, and you just can't get any development.
It's hard. It's very hard. Imagine how hard it was for training, like for Dennis to train, or even for Levon, like Levon says, he will do full workout and then he will arm wrestle. And he said, like, so I'm downing my level and I can actually have a real practice. Because if I come in freshly, but it's a weird thing. I think him and Mike Aiello makes sense. Just to has he progressed, and we can say, and this again, the story goes, Ryan beat Chance beat Aiello, and Lachlan beat Ryan. So automatically in arm wrestling. Every time you go on table, you have to win one more time. So I think that match kind of makes sense, but experience, like everyone needs experience,
Well, two things we're going to get through. First of all, Coach Ray, you need to make a shirt for the Voice of Arm Wrestling that says "Table Never Lies," and I will be the first one to buy that one. I reckon that'd be a ripper. And then Kevin Tamke.
It's going to be on Monday.
You've got to do it. Kevin Tamke has jumped in with a soup match, and he goes, always wanted to ask Coach Ray, why is Aussie Arm Wrestler your favourite? No, he didn't ask that. He said... He said, I've always wanted to ask Coach Ray, what was Kudzi Zolev's yelling about to the ref and Plamen Dimitrov during WAF?
So his complaining was about, I keep forgetting, because I didn't ask him. Because we talked after the event, and I asked him why he didn't pull the final, and he said because he's pulling JON and he wants, to be. There's some problems with his elbow, but now I talked to him this week. He said it's fine, but I think there was something with the setup, or they were. Oh no, the big problem was he was taking a grip, and the plumbing was kind of not getting a grip, I think, and they didn't give him a warning, but gave like ref's grip. And he said, why? I didn't move. And I think that was the big issue. And he felt that refs were kind of on the other side.
There you go. Hopefully that answers your question there, Kevin, for that one. Now, Uncle John, what do you think of the event as a whole? The whole matchup. I mean,
Look, for where we're at in arm wrestling, I do think that this is, a significant event that proves that a concept like this works. Obviously, there are a lot of people who are hungry for this type of content. And I think the speaking from just the business side of things, I think the price was right. I definitely felt like I got my $4.99, out of that event, just really just for the Toddzilla and Lachlan match alone, and everything else was just the cherry on top for the most part.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a bonus.
I think Ryan Bowens is the greatest promoter of 2021 and 2. However you look at this, like I was driving to Europeans to Lithuania. I think it was already 5 hours in my drive, and I put on my phone Ryan versus Lachlan just to see it live, and it's 5:28 a.m. I'm here.
Yeah. Champion.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, Ryan, you cop it.
I will never say this on a fix.
Yeah. No, this is what happens when you order the fix on Wish. This is what you get.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Ryan, you've absolutely copped it, and you're a man, so you will cop your lashings. But I don't hate what you do. If you come in and say this person is the best person in the world, it is on everyone else to believe you or not. I think it's great promoting it, because 12 months ago when this match was supposed to happen, we wouldn't have got this match or spoken about this match if you hadn't have said anything. Originally, I think you were talking to Neil or on one of your pound for pound shows. And, everyone's like, oh, you hyped him up way too much. Mate, there is nothing wrong with that. First of all, Lachlan gets a match, paid trip to America. He's now pulled Toddzilla 12 months later. But, yeah, I think it's amazing. Don't stop it.
Oh, the chances of me stopping is pretty much zero. I thoroughly enjoy this as a career. I thoroughly enjoy the sport. I'm in it for life, that's for sure. And I mean, this is what sport is about at the end of the day. You back someone, and like I said, I like when I spoke with Uncle John earlier today, last night for me. We talked about story versus predictions, and there is a time when there's story where you're just telling the story of both athletes, and you're telling the story of the opportunity, you're telling the story of what it could be, and then there's also hardcore prediction. In this one, there was a big combination of both. I did make a hardcore prediction on this one, and I'll wear that one and take the bullets.
There's already someone making.
Oh, I know. This episode of the Delusional Ride will probably be the piece de resistance. It'll be pretty good. But at the same time, so I'll take that this time. But what I found I think my best talents are as a promoter of the sport is to help the fans of the sport enjoy the emotional build up to an event, whoever they're going for. That's what my goal is to take the personalities of each athlete and the story of each athlete and give it life amongst the fans of arm wrestling. And This event. I've been wanting to do a pay-per-view on YouTube for a long time. This one wasn't planned to be done by myself. It was only 2 weeks ago that Travis called me and asked me to take the reins on that respect, so I did. And like I said, we got 2,100 people in the pay-per-view. So
amazing,
massive,
really good.
Yeah, and it works, and it works. So I'm definitely all for it, and I'll continue to buy it because everyone supports it. And I know you'll cop it, but I actually want to ask Uncle John. Uncle John, which one out of these two scenarios, and it involves the other two guests on the show, which one of these two scenarios was more appealing to you? Seeing Ryan's face when he first popped on the show, knowing that Lachlan lost, or Coach Ray's smile when he popped on the show, knowing that Lachlan had lost? Which one was more appealing to you? Because for me, I saw Ryan come in. I was like, my guy, if I could, there'd be a cold beer for you and I'd give you a hug. But then when Ray jumped on, oh my God, that's why I had to call him.
I'm just happy to be on show.
You're such a liar.
I was rooting for Lachlan, 100%. I was certain that he would win one round. I was thinking the gap is I think he has a lot of power. I think everything. And I saw that first round. I was like,
yeah, not good.
You see this. You're like,
yeah.
Well, what I was saying earlier is that this is a really good example for newer people to the sport of the levels in our sport and how, seemingly small things can add up to big differences, right? And, obviously Todzilla's on a level, Lachlan's on a level, Ryan's on a level. Just because there's a couple people between Ryan Bowen and Toddzilla doesn't mean Ryan's terrible. It just means there's a hell of a big difference between you and Ryan Bowen, unfortunately for most of you.
Yeah. Oh man, that was just exciting, and I'll definitely have to make a shorts video of Coach Ray's smile when he first came onto the chat. It was absolutely, it was hilarious, man. You'd need to watch it back, Ray. Your excitement was like
everyone already thinks that I hate everyone.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think anyone.
My internet's unstable.
No, that's all right. I don't think anyone thinks you hate everyone. Everyone loves the banter you guys have on the Fix, which you haven't already. You've got to go to Neil's channel. It's one of the best arm wrestling shows. Neil Pickup, Paul Lynn, and of course Uncle John jumps on there from time to time, and then Ryan Bowen and Coach Ray. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Hey, speaking of the Fix, which Neil is on, and Neil does Arm Wars. I just got a message from James Statham, the director of all the new Arm Wars stuff
this week.
He told me I could confirm that my right-handed match against Jason Hill is coming out this Friday, and Coach Ray's match with Craig Sanders is coming out the following Friday.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Exciting times.
Beautiful, Ryan. There's a comment in the section that's just caught the Aussie Armwrestler's eye. I've given it the old sideways look, and it's from JM. And I'll start with you, Ryan, and we'll go around the room. Larry Wheels would be number one in Australia.
No, I wouldn't. Sorry, no. Larry's yeah. For all the reasons that we kind of just talked about and know about we talked about Australia being in a landlocked bubble. We haven't had the experience. Larry's had 1% of the experience of many pullers in Australia. So Larry, as strong as a human as he is, his execution is still lacking in experience to a degree where he's confused in certain situations. And so until he's no longer confused, he won't be taking down Australia. No way. I mean, no, just no.
What about you, Coach Ray? Does Larry Wheel come and take over Australia's best? Is he pinning Lachlan? Is he pinning Ryan?
I think he's strong. I think it would be very hard for any of them to top roll him. I think they could beat him maybe in a hook, but he's stronger than most people think he is. And I think, but the problem is it's practice. It's good practice, guys. It's all the time practice. And when it's go time, again, you need to have that experience. I remember like when I started and I had the opportunity to pull multiple classes, it was the first thing that Giannis told me: pull as many classes as you can. Go and get your ass beat. You win this class and then you lose and on every other class.
Yeah. I had the same goal when I came up in the Australian ranks. My goal was not to win, but my goal was to get more starts than anyone in Australia. And I still have more starts than anyone. I think my right arm in Australia has about 550 official starts. And that I attribute that accumulation of starts to be why I progressed as well as I did within the country. It was just the experience of starts, rack them up. Yeah. And Larry's a long way from that in terms of official starts. He's at what? Two super matches.
Yeah. It's So Uncle John was telling a story early on of our stream here, and I'll be interested to get not so much yours thoughts, Ron, because it's about you, but yours, Ray. The match with Lachlan and Todd. Does that change your opinion on the Ryan RVJ match? Because a lot of you coach Ray. Because a lot of people in the comments, they were like, I reckon Ryan's got a chance. He might take a couple of rounds. Lachlan was just too strong. Then Lachlan gets samurai sword by Toddzilla. Gets all bravehearted, and now everyone's changing a bit as I go through a lot of the comments on a few of the channels. And they're saying, I think now RVJ will just be too strong now.
Yeah, I think so too. I really think so, because it's levels, dude. It's there's big differences, and I think there's. However, I look at that match, I don't see Ryan winning. With all due respect to Ryan, if he prepares something and surprises us, but. I think you just made that dragon very, very angry, and I think that dragon's gonna come blazing hot. I think
at 210, if we're both 210,
doesn't matter.
At 210, if you look at his track record at 210, he won 3-2 against Craig Touye. He won 3-1 against Justin Bishop. He won 3-1 against Jordan Sill. He won 3-2 against Storm Chelino. Like he's human. He's not.
Oh, yeah. Well,
at 210, and those guys.
King of the table.
I think if you put me against those guys, it's not I think I'm just as much in the match as anyone. So yeah, we'll see. But I agree. There's levels. There's definitely levels. And RVJ, I think you can find truth in Stake Kings. Stake Kings will always give you an honest appraisal of a start point. And what did Devon? Devon, in his wisdom, has said Ryan needs to win 2 rounds to win the match, to win the stake. There's some truth in that. There is. Devon has an appreciation. He's trying to make it as even money bet as possible, given what he knows of the arm wrestlers, and that's how he has it.
We know that RVJ is slow starter. He usually loses his first rounds. It all happens all the time, but. I think, Ryan, you kind of made it a little bit too personal with him.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be angry.
Yeah, he's going to come angry. He's going to come very, very focused. And if all goes like it should go, I think the dude is just too strong. I really think so. And you said, like, all the guys that you named, why do you think you can beat those guys or hang with those guys? Because hanging and beating are 2 different things.
I think my track record at my weight is respectable in that beating Dallas Langston, beating Alan Guerra, beating Chance Shaw, beating Ryan Scott, beating Evan Burgoyne, I think is worthy to say that at 210 I would hang. I think I could have a match with Craig Touye. No worries. I mean, Dallas Langston just had a match with Craig Touye and lost 3-2. Things like that. So there's many parallels. If we're talking at 210 pounds, there's many reasons to believe that I'm at that level to be competitive with those guys.
But that's he said, she said. That's like that guy.
No. The table doesn't lie. Remember, 11 matches
exactly. Table doesn't lie. Like Evan Burgoyne was super drunk. Am I correct?
Well, he's always drunk. Yeah, but he was a 270-pound guy that day too.
Perfect.
So Alan Guerra wasn't drunk. Dallas Langston wasn't drunk. Dan Mosier was tight. You were in the room. You were in the room when I beat Dan Mosier. You know the context of that. I'd pulled Dallas the day before. He'd pulled the tournament.
I know, Ryan. But you're counting that as a super match.
No, I'm answering your question as to why you asked me what makes me think that I would be able to hang with Craig Touye and that.
What makes you think? But
I just gave you my answer.
Yeah, you said, of course, you won Daniel Mosier that day. I also had I was in the same tournament, and I pulled 2 classes, and then we pulled team tournament. I don't know the names of the guys that I beat because I didn't count them as a super match.
Time out. I'm going to come in. I'm going to knock over some super chats. I love when you two are going back and forth. Joseph has come in with a super chat and said, we can get back to this. Don't worry about it. We got 361 legends in the chat hanging with us, but we've got from Joseph. He says, Ray, have you considered a hair transplant from Levan's back to your face?
Now I am.
The clean shaven's the way to go. I'm on you, Coach Ray. Stay clean shaven.
This is not clean shaven. This is normal.
I'll keep rolling down. Cooper Maxwell says, looks like Jake Ward is Australia's only hope left in Australia. Mate, nah. I'll stick to the commentary and the live streams. That's where I become elite. On the table, yeah, the table talks, and that's why you never see me on it. So we'll go with there. But thank you for your super chat there. Robert Gould with a 1999 super chat. Absolute legend. Robert Gould. I gave RVJ some extra motivation to beat Ryan. I will give him $1,500 to $3,000 based on how badly he wins. Mate, people are cutting for your head. They are cutting.
Oh, that's gold. My goodness me.
Well, we got another one from Gunther. Thank you, Gunther, you big ledge. Ryan, since RVJ is possibly in a close level to Toddzilla, where do you see yourself now that Toddzilla has 6-0'd Adair so bad, which Lachlan Adair has 6?
Well, I think weight of Toddzilla is a big factor too, and weight of RVJ is a big factor, and that's why I think the weight of my match with RVJ is also a big factor. If this was open weight and it was pulling a 240-pound or 235-pound Rob, which is I think about the peak that he can be at, it'd be a big problem for me. I don't know what weight Todd was today, but it was big Todd today. You could see it was big, thick Todd, thick, prepared Todd. Very different to Todd and RVJ's dynamic back and forth at 200 pounds. It's a very different situation, and like I said, the match with RVJ and myself will be 210. So I'm not scared of RVJ, and nothing changes for me personally about being scared of this match in any way, shape, or form. I clearly wanted Todd to go down today against Lachlan. Would have been nice, but no, it doesn't change anything for me personally as to how I think I will go against a Rob that's the same size as me at 210 pounds. I'm good to go.
Beautiful. I'll just keep firing through a couple. Big supporter of all the channels, Carolyn Looms. You're dead set legend. Yeah, that's right. She says, hey, Uncle John, we knew our guy Todd would win. Ray, where does this leave Australia now in the grand schemes of things? Where does this leave my beloved country? Rubbish?
Down under. It's down under. No, we don't know. Again, we don't know.
Jason Statham, absolutely, we're getting behind Jordan Davis. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but Jordan Davis is the next big hope. He's the next match off the rank, pulling in the Arm Wars series against Stoica Bogdan of Romania, and the winners move on to take on the winner of Frodo Hoagland and
Dallas.
Yeah, we'll get to Arm Wars in a minute because I want to get all your guys' opinions. First of all, Logan Cooper. Thank you very much. He says, Ryan needs to wake up from this dream he's having. He hasn't had a correct prediction since Vietnam.
I don't even know
what prediction did I make about Vietnam? I'm wondering.
Bang!
Flashbacks.
Here we go. That's all that's happening. So now All right, AGM, calm down. Australia is something. We're not nothing. Jeez, we're a beautiful country that's just rubbish at the moment. And a little bit rubbish at arm wrestling at the moment. But we always bounce back. We're going from there. Oh, geez, they're all coming in. We'll get to those two super chats in a moment because next cab off the rank is Arm Wars. And I want to start with you, Coach Ray, then I'll get Ryan's opinion. So our friend here in the chat, Uncle John, just decided, hey, Neil, yeah, Uncle John, 418 matches at Arm Wars, please. Okay, no worries. So 24 individual matches for Uncle John. Coach Ray, is that smart or is that stupid?
What do you mean 24 individual matches?
4 super matches.
In the
Because
same...
two battlegrounds. 2 right, 2 left.
Okay, I saw you with Maynard Nentis.
Yeah.
From Holland. Oh.
Yeah, from Holland, yeah.
I was thinking, why did Neil throw you under the bus?
Oh!
That guy is legit strong. Like,
I know.
I don't think you know. I think David Bradford doesn't stand a chance with him.
Seriously.
I'm seriously thinking like that. I didn't even know which arm is his best arm, but I saw when you sent the picture, I was like,
I know what Maynard does. I know what he does well, and unfortunately, he does several things well.
He gets you on his biceps all the time.
Yeah.
If you can escape that, there's a chance, and bring the match somewhere else.
Right. So that's going to be the big question. I don't know. Neil, I have faith in Neil that he has a little bit of a better understanding of where I am, and hopefully he has a better understanding of where Maynard is on this one. I'm going into it as if it's any other match, right? Smash time. That's it. That's the end of it. I'm training pretty damn hard, and I'm going to be about 15 pounds lighter than I was at the last Arm Wars. So everything's going well here. It's just going to be a matter of, new challenge.
Who else you're pulling?
So right hand, I start with a guy named Kieran Morrison. He was the 86 kg right-handed British winner this year.
Okay.
And I think.
No, I don't know him. I don't know him.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of him as well. I'm not sure who the 4th guy is, but it's the same 4 guys, both hands, and we're just flipping the matches around to start.
Okay, dude, imagine if you lose all the matches.
Why are you putting this weight?
No,
on
I'm just gonna put it in ether. I'm like, imagine if you lose all the matches. Are you crazy? Are you crazy to take that much? In Arm Wars, you never know. Like like Tom thought he's like, okay, Minog's not coming. Kaspar's easy day. I'll see Giannis in the final. I remember round 6, he's like,
and it was brutal. That was brutal.
Done. Go home.
Oh, man, I love it. Coach Ray just, while you were talking, Uncle John, Coach Ray just has his face. He's like, fuck this, man. It's like 5:30 in the morning. It doesn't matter what you say. You're not convincing me. You're getting your ass handed to you. I'm tired.
No, I'm open to everything. I'm just saying, imagine there's a possibility when, if you lose the first ones, most likely you're going to lose the second one too. If this other guy comes fresher, a little bit fresher, you're like,
well, that's the big trick, right? Is how can you stay as fresh as possible? It's going to be very hard to stay fresh with Maynard.
With Arm Wars and Maynard?
Yeah.
That's right. And I'm going to knock over some super chats and a comment because, and then we'll get to Ryan's thought on Uncle John's 419 matches. First of all, Jane Statham has just flipped it. It says, imagine if he wins all the matches. Imagine
No,
if he
that
wins
sounds
all
a
the
little bit
matches. That sexy beast. And then we've got Travis Barkman says with a super chat. He's come in and says, this one is for my Troll Army homies. The Troll Army thing's kind of died down a bit, hasn't it? Which is fantastic. Phil Woody from UK says, shout out for Aussie Armwrestler. Ready bang, you big legends. I love you all. And Ryan, you're at 12% at the moment and 221 votes in your matchup with RVJ at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Like I said, I would expect nothing different from that, given the events of today. So I like a challenge. I've never been hesitant to jump in the deep end. So that water may have got just a little deeper with the results from today, but hey, I'm always one for trying to solve a problem, and I'll come at the match with not just strength but a plan. This is like just the same way that you'd expect Devon to come with an incredibly intricate plan for Levan. I'm going to have to do the same thing. RVJ is a stronger human. I'm going to have to come with a plan that is intricate and detailed and uses everything that there is to use, not just after the ready go, but before the ready go, during the strap application, during the in-between rounds, everything. Every single moment of that match is going to have to be part of the strategy, and it will be. I realize that, so it will be.
Take breaks. Please don't do what you did with Lachlan. Take breaks.
Oh, I did that with Lachlan because I did that with Lachlan for a very specific reason. He refreshes in his strength really well. So I didn't want him to even have 10 seconds off. So.
And now, before we get into your thoughts on Uncle John's, I just want to tell all these Troll Army people in the comments, I said it died down. I said the Troll Army hasn't died. I said it's died down. At one stage, you guys were taking over the planet and everyone was ready to make shows about you. Like, there's all these comments, people calling me a wanker left, right, and centre. I just said it died down, guys. Calm down. It's everyone's quite funny. So then, Ryan, Uncle John having 1 million matches. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll answer this one, gents. Then I've got to run. But this one for me, I love it. Deep end is where it's at. It's where you grow best as an arm wrestler. It's where you gain experience best, as Ray mentioned, whether it's tournaments, super matches, whatever. Get as many genuine starts as you can. Genuine starts that matter, tell you the truth. Training tells you about 3/4 of the truth, maybe even less than that. Real matches, even when you're against someone like Lachlan today had a truth moment. He now knows for real what Todd Hutchings prepared feels like. No one else in this call knows that. We have an idea of what he feels like shape-wise, but we don't know. Lachlan now has something to go away with. He'll remember the feeling in his hand and wrist. He knows the truth. So for Uncle John to jump into the deep end and get a whole bunch of truth potentially, that's good. That'll make him grow. And look, if he wins, awesome. If he loses, freaking awesome update of truth. He knows he knows exactly what he needs to change. You walk away going, shit, I need a little bit more of that or whatever. It'll be something small. But often I will find that when you grip someone, like even people in Brisbane will say to me, should I have a training super match? And I'm like, yeah, training super match is about 80% truth. There's still the stronger guy in a training super match will still give you things. He'll still afford position. He'll still allow room. Put $500 on the line or a title on the line, and that dude all of a sudden's protecting center, and he ain't giving you shit anymore. And he's hitting, and he's doing everything he can. Okay, so truth is only told when there's something on the line. So I love that you're getting heaps of matches because you get a whole bunch of updates that are real.
Beautiful. And before you go, Ryan, someone's actually giving you some love. Hermes Desperini, the good guy. He says, who has a better chance, Ryan versus RVJ or Devon versus Levan? That's the real question. And then he writes at the end, love you, Ryan.
On you, mate. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. And gents, thank you for having me as part of this. Aussie Armwrestler, Uncle John, Coach Ray. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Fix as well. Man, I'm going to be dodging freaking arrows for the next. Oh my God.
Congratulations on your success, Ryan.
Neil will have a bigger smile than I have.
Yeah, he will. Neil will be like a Cheshire cat. Bloody hell. All right, guys, I gotta run.
All right, see you, mate. Definitely tune into the fix and support everything with Ryan Bowen. He's a big ledge. And then Cooper Maxwell says, I heard RVJ and Ryan tennis match after Arm Wars. And then everyone's saying that's it, king of the table. All righty then. We'll go back to Ermies' quick question. Who has the better chance? RVJ versus Ryan or Devon versus Levan? So out of the two underdogs, who would have the better chance of winning their match? That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Based on how slow RVJ starts, and if Ryan gets on his nerves enough, I think that is easier chance than right now for Devon to beat Levan. I think the gap is going to be just a little too big. But that's on January 9th. We'll see in 5 months.
Yeah, right. That's the thing for me. It's like we'll see what the voting says, when we're 2 weeks out and we see Devon, and if he rises above the skyscrapers in Tokyo, then we'll know he's coming to do some business.
Man, yeah. It's going to be unbelievable that mega match up there. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I am genuinely concerned about both of their healths, Levan's and Devon's. Like the size these two are going to turn up in order to be the best and the strongest in the world. Their ventricles and aortas do not win this match.
I think if we don't change something with arm wrestling, we'll have like real problems. Right now we have pretend problems. We just think that something's bad's gonna happen. I think one of the big issues for me is the setting up weird weight limits for the athletes. These guys will meet at 95 and then they go to 110 kilos. It's way worse than anything else going up and down in weight, Plus, if you do exogenous hormone therapies and all that good stuff, it's even worse. So I think how about we stop? So for me, it's sometimes when guys will set up the match, they will say, well, I think this guy can beat this guy. And if I think this guy is a smaller guy, he have to go to this guy. If he's a bigger guy, he needs to go up. He doesn't have to meet him halfway. Why would he? He just said that he can beat him, Yeah. So, and I see this a lot of times when the bigger guy has to come down to the smaller guy because we think the smaller guy can. No, smaller guy. If you think you can beat him, go up or stay the same and just try. And, we see this so many times and it was, he was bigger. But we still set up the match. Both guys knew. Well, like Chafee and Levan, Chafee was smaller. Do you think Chafee gave a damn? Do you think he didn't think he gonna win? No, he was confident in himself. He feels good. Why not compete? He was bigger. Doesn't matter. It's all up to you. If someone tells me like I have to pull at 100 kilos, I know I cannot get to 100 kilos without being fat flock. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, no, thank you. I think we set up a weight limit, or even we're talking about. Frodo was 93, 94. I was a little bit chubby, 89. It's not even. Someone was trying to set me up with a match that I'm not going to say, but I know Uncle John loves that guy. He absolutely loves that guy. He wants to see that helicopter all night. And he said to me, we want you to pull with him. And I said, well, he's big. I'm like, I'm small. He's like, no, he's like a little fat 95 kilo guy. I'm like, I'm a little fat 85 kilo guy. I said, I still don't see, why should I go up? I don't feel comfortable,
Oh, this was a prospective Arm Wars match. I know who you're talking about then.
Yeah.
Well, you two play cryptic talk and leave the Aussie Armwrestler out of it. Let me knock over a couple of super chats. Travis Bachman, he says, Bowen beats Levan easy. Well, that goes without saying, of course. He wins 7-0 in the best of 5. That's how much he wins. Quite easy. White Wolf has come in with a big $20 super chat and he goes, are you guys smoking the hooker? Ryan is going to be destroyed by Rob. Not even close. Ryan should leave Australia and declare refugee status in Afghanistan and live in a cave. I hear the audio is better in caves. Wow. Oh, wow. And then Kevin has come back in. He's a big fan of you, Coach Ray, just as everyone else is. Definitely. It's impossible to not like Coach Ray and Uncle John, the People's Champ. Another question for Coach Ray. Sorry. First of all, don't say sorry, Kevin. Coach Ray's the man. Who do you think has shown more potential at the same early age? Krista Blumanis or Vlad K? Or Vlad the Destroyer?
Yeah, so Kristaps was our European and junior champ this year, world and European at 75 kilos. Vlad was our first junior champ in 2013. So there's big major differences between them. Vlad's hand, he was like solid in a year. Like his hand was ridiculous. One of the, like when he was 16 years old, he had one of the strongest hands in the country. So there's big difference. When he arm wrestles, he can control you, he can contain you. You go to practices, even then, Vlad was tough as nails, very hard. With Kristaps, it's all about execution. His execution is perfect. He executes so good and gets you in position that it's so hard to overcome. And if you never arm wrestled a presser, especially like pressers comes in different styles. No one in Latvia presses like Kristaps press. He's so different. He gets you in, you cannot get out, and that's it. So I think Vlad of that year, of that time, he wouldn't be able to deal with Kristaps just because of how unusual that style is. When someone tried to top roll Vlad, like Vlad won his first world champ, he was just holding everyone in center like this. No one, I think, no straps, nothing. He just, because the hand was so strong. Kristaps, different story. He had to bulge in, get in position. But those, like I say, we know there's a big future coming, just because if you're really good at junior age, you're going to be really good when you grow up. How far you can go, that's up to you. So
hopefully that answers your question. Going back to White Wolf, I think the three of us in this chat agreed that RVJ is probably going to do very good against Ryan. Of course, me being Australian, a good friend of Ryan, I'll always back Ryan. But if you break it down, I think we think RVJ. So I don't know if you're talking to us or people in the chat about smoking too much of the Uncle John stuff. That, yeah.
I think we don't have to I don't have to hate on Ryan to tell him that I don't think he's gonna win. I just go by the data. That's all I do. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's cool, but I will always stick to the data. Even this match, everyone was like, that. So many people sent me a message. Do you really think Hutchings is gonna win? Don't you think Lachlan is too strong? Lachlan this? I'm like, I'm going by data. If I don't see new data, new input, nothing changes in my mind. I cannot base things on practices. I cannot base things on make-believes or promotions or all that, stuff. Real things happen.
Yeah, and that's where early on when the Aussie Armwrestler came in, I was very, very cutthroat and had no problem making predictions because of the data and what we've seen on the table. But then I became friends with everyone, and everyone wanted to help out a coach. Perfect example is you, Coach Ray. My mind and the data, as you said that Frode would win at the Norway versus Latvia. But because I love you, Coach Ray.
Yeah, I know.
Every time you're on a live stream, you since the very early days of the Aussie Armwrestler, hey guys, make sure, go check out the Aussie Armwrestler. He's a good dude. Anytime I was mentioned, you would really support. So then I'm sitting there going, I really love Coach Ray. Coach Ray's got a chance. I think I might tip him. And so I'm with you. You check the data, you check previous matches and things like that, and predicting arm wrestling's not that hard.
I like, if you would have said I hope Ray wins, but I think better chances is for Frode to win, who would take that seriously or take it to the heart? I'm like, cool. Like Jan has told me in the face, he's like, dude, he's favorite. You know that? I'm like, of course I know that. It's like it's we live in a weird place when everyone thinks that if you're not on my side, you're against me, and I can just be on the other side but support you or be neutral. like I know Levin and I know Devin very well, but I have no problem making the video that I made where I explain why I think Levin is the way bigger favorite. It was fine, And I talked with Devin days after, and he didn't even try to kill me. So assassins are off.
He didn't try to kill me.
Hey, I have a question for John.
Yeah.
What are requirements now to enter Canada? Do you know? Because I'm thinking maybe end of March, start of April, maybe 1 or 2 week trip to Canada.
Nice. I am very in favor of that. So as of right now, it's going to depend on a couple things. It's going to depend on, you're probably going to have to come in through Toronto or Montreal, depending on where you're going to go. I assume you're going to go hang out with Devin for a bit. So you probably you'll have to go to Toronto and then get to Ottawa. So you're going to need to do the test within 72 days beforehand. Have that
72
ready.
Hours. Yeah.
72 hours. Sorry.
Okay. So the PCR test, fully vaccinated.
Yep. All that stuff. There might also be provincial rules that you have to follow. So like if you go into Ontario might have a certain set of rules of different things you have to do. Because that's the way it works here. It's like different. The federal doesn't control everything. Yeah.
You have to get it under control. America is.
I know. I'm trying. It's not working, man. It's not working.
It's gonna be North Florida.
Yeah. Oh my God. It really depends. I think it's probably different for me as a resident of Canada to enter Canada than it is someone from that lives outside. But if you go to the Canadian government website, just type in travel to Canada COVID.
Yeah, I looked at it. I just wanted to ask you, maybe you know something. Because before that, there was quarantine, but I think there's no more quarantine required.
As long as you have both vaccinations and you have all your stuff in order, I think you can just come right in.
I'm 5G. I'm seeing through walls. For you guys, I don't see faces. I just see data like in Matrix. So
like the Terminator.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ray. If that's gonna happen and we figure that out, figure out the dates, I will drive and I will go and we can have like a big thing up in Ottawa maybe. And
we talked with Devin, and Devin said he will do his preparation and he might go around the county and every 2 days different club. So that'd be awesome. Yeah, because I bought my tickets in 2019 and I have to use them.
Right.
Oh, you don't want to come to Australia, Ray? You don't want to come?
Not yet.
To the madhouse here?
That's gonna be South Florida very soon.
Yeah. No
Floridian Empire.
No, we're in a world of hurt down here. Novak Djokovic can't even get in, so we're cooked here. We're in a whole heap of sport. So now we're just quickly moving on. I mean, there's 350 people hanging out in the chat. I mean, everyone's here for Uncle John and Coach Ray. This is fantastic. If you haven't already, join memberships. Go over and I'm sure, of course, if you subscribe to the Armwrestler, I assume you subscribe to these two dead set legends. But yeah, I've got to do my due diligence and make sure you go over and hang out with these guys. Ray's in love with cats. We've all heard that from time to time. He's going to go get his cat. My dog's been locked out, and Uncle John's just kicking back with his Diet 7-Up. And dominating. And there's Ryan Bowens' next opponent right there. The black cat. What's the cat's name?
Mikey.
Beautiful. Might start a poll. Who wins that, Ryan or Mikey? It's look, I'm very addicted to this. I've never had 350 people in the chat, so I'll talk for another 30 hours. But we might wrap it up in the next 5 to 10 minutes because Coach Ray needs a bit of a nap. And
I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, so we'll wrap it up soon. So we'll go around. Uncle John, what's in the near future for you, arm wrestling wise and your channel wise? Let the people know.
Yeah, so obviously Arm Wars Iron House will be the next big thing for me. That's the end of January here. I'll be there with Coach Ray, be there with Jordan Davis, a bunch of other guys. Like, it's going to be a really, really good event. The kicker, though, is no live. There will be no live. And this will be like, we're going to be like sworn to silence, right? Because they're going to have each of these matches come out as they have been, but it'll be like, boom, no one's ever seen the match except for the people who were there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see how all that stuff goes.
Who would be who's your tip for the first one to let their result or a result slip out of the people that are coming out? Or Coach Ray's got about 30 names in his head, but who who do you guys think the first person would be doing a show and just goes, oh yeah, and I won 3-0 in my oh no, who's going to be the first one?
Brian's going to pirate the whole event.
Yeah, he'll get in there. He'll get in there. He's gonna send goofy spyglasses with Jordan Davis, and Jordan Davis will be filming the whole thing.
And he didn't even know.
Oh well, Cooper Maxwell, Ray. We went through this before. Cooper, Ray was very ruthless. He says, "What's your tips for Uncle John to beat Nunez?" And
I think. Try to improve what you can, but practice the winning strategy. Practice where you might end up. Just practice getting control from there and practice how to get there. If you fix those two things, you have way more chances of winning that and every other match that you encounter with a similar technique. But if you think that I will just try to, no, figure out what he does, make someone simulate it, stay in that position, work from that position.
Beautiful. Perfect. And so that's what's happening at Arm Wars. What's happening on the Uncle John Arm Wrestling Show?
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of Arm Wars content coming up in the next few days. We got live streams that are going crazy all the time. And, you know, as we get closer to Devin and Levon, we'll be doing a lot of different stuff there. And I've got some new formats, some new video ideas that are coming out pretty soon here. So stay tuned.
Absolutely. Very entertaining channel. And then sometimes I wouldn't mind if Coach Ray I might send Coach Ray my wedding video. I don't mind your narrating, Coach Ray, on your videos and you're talking about, you know, when you do your videos and you put your voice over it. I might send you my wedding video and you can sit there and go, here's the Aussie Arm Wrestler. And he's saying his vows, and we need to respect the Aussie Arm Wrestler because his wife is way too good looking for him. And your voice comes in and you hook me. And I'm like, I like this. I love
it. I'm practicing speaking.
But what's happening on the Voice of Arm Wrestling?
So I would call it like winter depression because the whole month of December, I think I posted 2 or 3 videos, even at the end of November. So I had no energy. We were just like the 2 trips, Europeans and Worlds. Everyone thinks like, oh, you go for 9 days in Romania, must be fun. It's never fun. You know, it's hard work. So I was pretty tired, everything else. So now I'm trying to do 1 video every day, but it shouldn't be like shit posting. It will be, I'm bringing some training videos as well as I want to talk about like some matches that people have missed or even some events. And we're going to do big stuff for the East versus West where I am involved. So big video on that coming because I made a post and I figure out that most of the people don't know about this event. There's a card of 15 super matches and people like, when is this happening? I never knew this happening because people outside Facebook didn't know. So I think I'm involved there. I'm going to be there commenting. I'm helping as much as I can. And I think this is going to be the greatest single event in arm wrestling history. Just by the matches, the magnitude of the matches, the names of the arm wrestlers, just going to be crazy. So we have Arm Wars. After that, in 2 weeks, I go to Turkey to do East versus West. So commenting as well as content from there, interviews, and some things already are set up. Then in 2 weeks, I'm going to Malta. There's Kirsten Prodigy. He will have super match with Božidar. and the whole team, Bulgaria versus Malta. So me, Giannis are going there. Giannis is going to be reffing. I'm going to be commenting. So all that in end of the February. Then on March, I'm going to Norway. In Norway, we're doing another pay-per-view. It's going to be announced very soon. I think the headliner was Engin versus John Brzenk. Yeah. And there's some other matches that people will absolutely love. One repetition of one match that I think was one of the greatest matches you have ever seen was, and I cannot say it. So when I'll do it, I'll say it. So that's just March. So I'm thinking at the end of the March, maybe I will be free and I can head out to Canada. So
nice.
Yeah.
Man,
got a busy schedule,
of the busiest mans in the arm wrestling, and of course he does he's the official technical director on The Fix. Probably up there as the number one arm wrestling show. It's hilarious just watching the four of you and Uncle John. You go in there, you come off the bench and put in a solid performance for those guys there. So as you can see, guys.
Hey, how about we do that? So if Ryan does one more wrong prediction, we just replace him.
Yeah, swap it up.
With another Aussie, I reckon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need an Aussie.
I like it. I'm
on the bench. I'm always ready to go. I'm sniffing around and just waiting for someone
coach,
to turn
let me
up.
play, coach. Come on, coach.
Get me in. I'm like, yeah. I'll message Ray every week. Go, you're not feeling well, are you, coach? You're not feeling. Nah. Tell Neil I'm here. Tell him I'm here. I'm ready to go. It's things like that. But everyone in the chat, like that's watching us right now, you've got to understand. Yes, you know these guys are professional arm wrestlers. I'm more of a YouTuber. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and we love doing it for all you guys that come in, have a chat, and support all these events. As you can see, like everyone's getting excited for East versus West, and Coach Ray's already planning the next pay-per-view around March and things like that. So it's a busy time in the arm wrestling world. If I were you guys, I would be getting some seatbelts, because strap yourself in. We are on an amazing roller coaster for 2022.
2022 is the biggest match in arm wrestling. It's going to be the biggest year in arm wrestling history. I'm sorry. I'm sleepy.
Nah.
A lot of wrong words.
And you're not
what
wrong.
Seems to be the officer problem.
And it's been there. But what I reckon we'll wrap it up there. We've been going for just 3.5 hours now. 300 people still hanging out with the Aussie Arm Wrestler. They're hanging out with Coach Ray and, of course, Uncle John's Arm Wrestling Show. Two of the best dudes that you'll ever meet. And since day one of the Aussie Arm Wrestler, these two have been huge supports. They don't need to come on my channel. They don't need to support my channel. They help me come from a nobody to somebody, and I'll always have time and the respect for these two legends in the show. So if you can, go watch one of their videos, help them with the views and things like that, because it means a lot to everyone in there. And then, of course, they will both put in a good word with Neil and Engin, and I'll be co-commentator with everyone else. But we'll talk about that another time, because that's what's going to happen, and I know it. But we'll finish it off there. You guys are amazing that have been in the chat with us the whole time. Whether you're a Ryan Bowens fan or not, shout out to Toddzilla for taking care of business. He's just put that conversation to bed now, and it hurts a little bit being Australian, because now we've got to work really hard to show that we've got some decent pullers here. But Toddzilla, being a world champion, has dominated. Ray will have a video out very soon with his review, so just keep an eye if anyone is still awake to head over there. Guys, give me your best Ready Bang impersonations to finish off.
Ready Bang!
Everyone's sleeping at my house. Ready Bang.
Ready Bang! That is it, guys. We cannot wait to see you soon. I'll finish off, and you guys are legends, and we'll definitely see you next time.